Haven't seen you all week long. Good, good, good. In the words of the immortal Hank Williams Jr., are you ready for some football? I am. You get giddy when you don't talk about ball for too many days. I've been talking about ball and on the phone with other people, but those are unpleasant conversations that I'd just rather not have again. I'd rather talk to you, fam. But hey, it's Sunday, and we got to stop it. We got to stop the Hawks' domination. Even, I tell you, man, fam, here's the thing. The Niners versus Hawks are those divisional annual meetings that, as a Niner faithful, it just makes your heart beat a little faster. You know what I'm saying? Because of the last, fam, it's a decade. You know what? No matter how Seattle is bleeding and looking weak from the loss of talents, a war should be expected, and I know you do if you've been paying close attention. We've seen this. We know how this movie usually ends. We'll be taking your phone calls and recording your predictions and expectations as the Niners versus Hawks 2022 first meeting of this year starts this Sunday. I just don't like playing these people. If we could, it's not about fear as much as it is. There is something about that team that even when they have no business winning, they do. Okay, let's remain calm. The Niners might blame that Chicago monsoon for some of the defensive lapses and the terribly timed penalties for that 10-19 loss last week. But this Sunday, the Niners host the Hawks in this season's first game at the Levi Stadium facility with more rain predicted, fam. See, be careful you say things about, don't say nothing about the weather around other fans. I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to them now. See, I'm just saying the rain does weird things to us. Because we're a team that is high skilled, and do a lot of precision things, and the rain can slow it down and make us average. Not average, but just like every other team. We're not every other team when we're not. When it's dry ground, look out! You can get that booty whooped now. But at least they'll have the faithful in the stands though this week. The Niners are favored by as many as 10 points at some sports books. The line says 49ers 9 to 10 points, minus 9 to 10 points, over under 42. So we're going to beat them 42 to 10. Are they going to get less than 10 points? Let's break this down, fam. In the opening week of this 2022 NFL season, the Hawks threw shade. They threw shade at the 12th, and the 12th man booed little Rusty Wilson in his first game playing against his old teammates. Meanwhile, the Hawks grind their way to a 17-16 win against the Broncos in week 1 as a 6.5 point underdog. You see what I'm saying? Now, why didn't they lose that game last week? Why? And Russell's on the other team. There's something about that facility, fam. I'm telling you, it needs an exorcism or an enema. Geno Smith, right, went 23 of 28. What are those percentages? He went 23 of 28. He only had 195 yards and 2 TDs, but he didn't miss a beat. Rashard Penny had 60 rushing yards and 12 carries, and both Will Dissly and Kobe Parkinson had 43 receiving yards and a receiving touchdown. Seattle's defense held a couple of extremely tough goal line stands that resulted in fumbles and 0 points. There's a ghost running around in that stadium, fam, a bunch of them. And they're determining games. They sacked Russie twice and hit him 8 times, but still allowed him to pass for 340 yards. That should have been enough to beat anybody on the planet. Not the Hawks. Not in that place, even if Russie's on the other team. The difference offense to a total of 433 compared to Seattle's 253 total yards. Still won the game. 1 lousy point. Adding to the Hawks' problems, safety Jamal Adams is out. Running back Kenneth Walker III is probable, and guard Damian Lewis is questionable for this Sunday. How early did All-Pro Jamal Adams leave that game? I don't like fooling to people. I'm gonna tell you, I'm just telling you the truth. I really don't. I've had enough of the Hawks. As for the Niners, the good guys jumped out to a 10-point lead, but melted under all that water after that, allowing 19 points. Justin Fields led Chicago Bears in a game they had been favored by a touchdown. Trey Lance went 13 of 28 for 164 yards and an INT while rushing for 54 yards on 13 carries. Jamal Jennings led the team with 4 receptions and 62 receiving yards. Debo scored the Niners' lone TD, but he also had a fumble. Talanoa Hufanga had a breakout game with 9 solo tackles, 2 tackles for loss and an INT and a pass deflected. Although he's being held responsible, because you know how we do, we designate blame. He's being held responsible for that loss because he gave up or he got beat on a play. And actually, Talanoa is taking responsibility for that, too. He's already said, put that play on me. Nick Bosa and Samson Ibicom each had a sack and a tackle for loss. Niners defense only allowed a total of 204 yards. That was it. Compared to 331 tallied by the 49ers offense, but the team was penalized 12 times for 99 yards, putting the 49ers basically on a treadmill, running hard as can be, doing everything you can do, but you can't get rid of these things. You can't get all those flags in a game and expect to win. We've proven that how many times in the last few years? We're supposed to remain calm. We're supposed to be having fun, right? I said before the season started was the best time to relax. I guess I'm staying true to form. Elijah Mitchell has been placed on the IR. George Kittle is questionable, and safety Jimmy Ward, of course, has been placed on the IR for this upcoming second week in a row. Prediction? You know, fam, having G. Kittle would make a difference for the Niners, no doubt about that. But this week may not have anything to do with X's and O's or personnel, but rather fundamental betting strategy will be played. I can't wait. Shabazz, hope you call in tonight. I'd love to hear your angle on how to treat this game. Because, fam, never forget, no team is as bad as they appeared in its worst week, and no team is as good as they may have appeared in their best week. That's just the way it is. The Hawks are coming off a hugely emotional win under the bright lights of prime time. You got Rusty Wilson coming to town. We're going to beat his little ass. He wanted to leave. And you know all of Seattle had circled that game due to Rusty's anticipated return. You could tell that was the case, too, because the Hawks did not hold back. After that game, they showed all their feelings about that win. They were just, jubilation was just radiating all over each one of them. I watched it for a few minutes. I turned it off. It's making me sick. I threw up in my mouth a little bit when I was watching. I got, ew. You know, I said, oh. Not to play at Monday night in that atmosphere, they are due for a letdown. All right? Shorter week 2. Come on now. I know that I'm afraid of that team because I think there's something demonic going on with Seattle. But, you know, but here's the thing. Meanwhile, last week in Chicago, the Niners looked unprepared and undisciplined, losing outright as a touchdown favorite. Do you think the 49ers got frustrated, though, any time during the course of that game? I kind of started thinking that way when I was watching the game. The water's messing them up. We're flagging to death. The crowd noise was actually helping the Bears. Now you've got league talking heads and rival fans laughing at the consideration of the Niners being a Super Bowl contender after that debacle at Soldier Field. See. You know what I'm surprised about? We've not seen Chicago Mike in here. I guess he's not. I don't know. He's not even pounding his chest. So Seattle upsetting Rusty and a talented Broncos team regression to the mean suggests that the Niners are due for a bounce back in a big way. And the Seahawks are due for a letdown. Got to believe that. You know, I don't know. We got no business losing to them no matter what you say, right? I agree. But you know how them MLs get away with everything. As bad as the Niners looked at week 1 and as competitive as Seattle looked, though, double digits are pretty much that's just too many to lay on the sports book. Seems to just be begging for bettors to take the points with Seattle. 10 points? 9.5 points? Fam, that's a sucker bet. Casey, don't do it. Don't do it. You know what? This is the kind of game, if you're not going to bet, don't bet. Don't just leave it. If you're going to do a parlay, leave it alone. Just don't do it. I don't want you betting for the Hawks to cover the spread. This would bother me. Don't bet against the 49ers. Geno Smith and the Hawks offense put up 0 points in the second half of week 1, and we expect them to have a hard time generating points against an embarrassed 49ers defense as well. In fact, I don't think the 49ers look like hell in the first half. We expect that anyway. They do that. But Geno's going to get his brains beat out, and we'll be just killing him. I suspected, well, you know what? We could probably anticipate a conservative game plan from Shannon. He's going to want to protect the ball as much as he can. We're going to stop trying to. I don't know that Kyle wants Trey running as much as he was last week, but the way Trey talks, as he was in his presser, Trey is probably going to continue. He's really passionate about not bringing his defense out there and overworking them, and I like that about him. But he's going to have to slide. But Trey's saying things like, if I see fourth, I got 1 yard to go, I'm going for it. They see. Oh, that's going to invite problems, but hopefully he can escape out of those. I wish he'd slide so bad. You could slide for a yard, I think, sometimes if you just need 1 more yard. You just got to time it. But I figure there's going to be a conservative game plan in this. Killer's out with the questions at the running back position, causing us to lean toward the under in this match would make more sense, right? 49ers minus 9.5. Bonus pick under 42. I'd go for that part of the bet, though. It's not going to be 42 points. You think it's going to be 42 points in this game? Yeah, your score. I mean, whatever you think. But this game for me looks like, fam, I ain't lying. 17-14, the 49ers win it. That's all I can see. And I'll be sitting there crying my ass off. I can tell right now watching that game from the first quarter to fourth quarter. And when we finally do get to the fourth quarter, I would probably have an oxygen tank sitting there, man, because, it's hard to breathe when you're sitting there watching that. And every place, I'll get you. Oh, look at you, missed another damn tackle. Whoa, and there it is, another flag, of course. What are we back now? It's 3rd and 20. God, Jesus Christ. Niners, I saw. They shoot themselves in the foot. They can play better than the Hawks. You and I both know that. Personnel-wise, there's no comparison. You got to win this game, Niners. Go out there and just get it done. Please, Niners. We got this. I know we got this. NorCal Refrigeration and HVAC. Niners win by 14, 24-10. Yes. Red Eye, 21-17 Hawks, or 2019 Niners, but more likely Hawks win. No. Oh, God, I can't take too long. Fam, we cannot lose this game. This is the last easy one, supposedly easy. I say easy in the fact that they don't have any business beating the 49ers, but neither did the damn. Part of me says, well, get 26-23. Everybody, none of us see. We all think the 49ers win. It's going to be by a hair. Robbie Gould coming in. I said, Robbie comes in. He's stretching the leg out. Anyway, Okay. I can't even hide it. I'm scared. The Hawks. I'd rather play the Packers. Because this way I know we got a chance, right? Hell, I'd rather play Tampa Bay. I'm serious with you. I'm telling you, man. You're sick of the Hawks. How they come in and squeeze these games out. And then here come their people as if they played great football to beat us. No, you didn't. You got away with murder again. If it ain't the officials, it's the 49ers or something weird going on. It has nothing to do with a better team. Hey, yo, Dre, come on in, man, and make me feel better about this game. Dre, can you tell me anything? And give me your score while you're at it.
Okay, well, I'm going to start off with my score. I say 10-21. I don't want to go too far. 10-21. That's giving him room, you know what I'm saying? 49ers. And Ronbo, don't ask me why I said that.
See, that's the first thing I was gonna. That was exactly what I was thinking. Now, Dre, how come you think?
I'm honest.
Okay, you go ahead then. Go to your next point then.
Okay, the next point. I really couldn't answer that question. Okay, I said defense, pick 6. How about that?
Okay, I love that because Geno's susceptible to that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There's 7.
Point 2 ain't gonna make you pretty happy. I really don't think it's I think it's more so about Pete Carroll gum-chewing ass owning Kyle Shanahan conservative calling ass for some reason when he plays
I
him.
agree.
It's a lot of
got
ass
no
in
argument to
there.
offer
Forgive
for
me
that.
now. One is conservative and one is just cut your throat. And it's like, you're going to lose every time. You're going to lose every time.
And he might be in
That's
Kyle's
why,
head. You may have a great point there.
Yeah. Yeah. The same way we beat up the Rams is the same way they beat us up.
Mm-hmm. And the
It's
Rams
all
beat
in
the Hawks
mind.
all
It
day,
ain't got
every
nothing to do with
day.
the players.
It's strange.
Ain't got nothing to do with the players. It's all about the game calling. But I was watching J.T. O'Sullivan interview earlier. I don't know if you caught it.
Not yet.
He was speaking on Trey. He made up a lot of points. You know what I'm saying? I like his points on Trey because I know a lot of people gonna come in. We don't know what we got. They gonna put Jimmy in. Blah 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 blah.
No, the 49ers cannot afford to put Jimmy in right now. Not with what they. Trey's got to be out there at least 5 to 6 games minimum. He's got to.
He said if Trey, me personally, like he said, it's impossible for any quarterback to win in a monsoon or whatever the hell it was called. That blizzard that you seen. Yeah. It's kind of hard to win when people dumping buckets of rains on your head. Yeah, it's pretty damn hard to see. It's hard to drive. It's hard to throw. If you can't drive in it, you damn sure ain't throwing no ball. That's the way I'm going to put it. And he said that coming from an experienced quarterback. He said, unfortunately, somebody has to win in a game like that. So it's really a toss-up. It's a wash. It ain't no. He said Justin Fields didn't play good in that game, and neither did Trey. He said, but he liked what he seen from Trey because it shows potential. He said the cross throws, this and that. Kyle just got to get more used to calling certain plays for him and mixing it in, and got to see what he's working with. They're both new to each other. That's the way I look at it. And they figuring each other out. Kyle figuring out plays and calls, and Trey out there trying to figure out dicing up defenses. And me personally, I just feel like I'm going to get this dude a chance. I ain't going to write nobody off after 3 games. At least give me 20 so I can see if you got potential. You know what I'm saying? You know, he may break some rookie mistakes. He may step where he ain't got no business stepping. He may hitch too many times. He may overthrow somebody. But I just watched the game the other night. That wasn't too pretty neither. Last night, to be exact. Neither quarterback played lights out. Some people, the quarterback overthrew people. Stuff should have been a pick six, but it wasn't. You still see rookie mistakes from Patrick Mahomes and the quarterback. I forgot his name. The one that got hurt.
Herbert.
Herbert. There we go.
This is what I'm saying.
See the rookie mistakes, so it's like let them develop. It takes time. JT O'Sullivan said it takes like 3 to 5 years to see if a quarterback fully develops.
And you're still going to see it. Quarterbacks who believe in themselves are going to throw mistakes. It's inevitable because they're not game managers. They dare a defense to stop them. And that's the way your better quarterbacks are going to play. Normally they win though.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And then it's like the defense, you can't make boneheaded plays. You know, some of them was just going to happen. You know, I ain't blaming no referees. I'm reading the chats. Quit blaming the referees. Let's call a spade a spade. If we're going to call Trey reliable for that game, we're going to hold the defense reliable on their feet to the fire as well because they've been playing a lot longer than he has. So, therefore, you can't make bonehead mistakes. You can't just do the stupid things that y'all do. And another thing that J.T. O'Sullivan said that I agree with, I know you got to go, Ronbo, but he said that it's a lot of people that come into play when you're talking about Trey's development. It's the quarterback coach. It's the offense, all the coaches on the offense. You know what I'm saying? Then there's Kyle.
Mm-hmm. See, people gave me a hard time when I said, what a greasy, he ain't got no experience as a coach. Ronbo, man, he's got great experience in the system and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but it's like, okay. And I quit arguing.
He said, Greasy, he said, you know, he played, you know, one of them played, and he said that's the only thing he could do is gibberish, like communicating what Kyle want him to do and what he see on the field for what Trey to do. And if Trey ain't developing underneath that, you know, that's on some
somebody, right?
Kyle. That is on Kyle. That's on Kyle for hiring that man. But one last thing, I'll let you go. Sorry. Right. One last thing, production. I'm sorry. I don't call in very often. But
go ahead.
Okay, here we go. So, all right. So another thing. And everybody got to produce. Everybody from the offensive line to the defensive line to the cornerback to Trey not overthrowing people. Let's see what we do. And George Kittle will be playing.
You
That's
think
all I'm
so?
saying.
All right.
And I'm
There's a
out.
prediction.
Oh yeah,
George Kittle will be
No,
playing.
he was practicing. He was
Yeah.
practicing, and then Kyle said what he said. He said he's 7 days healthier than when he was the last time.
week.
He was questionable in.
We're going to go, fam.
All right, Ronbo, we got
I'll
to take
see
it.
you after the game and during, too. All right, fam. There he
All right,
goes.
Ronbo.
Dre has spoken. And we move quickly now to Sharon. Hey, Sharon. Sharon.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, Sharon. Well, Sharon, here we go again. And it's the Seahawks. And,
Yes.
if you're like me, you don't really, this game bothers you. But what do you see coming up here?
I think we'll bounce back. Last week was tough because of the weather, but I think we'll bounce back this week. Seahawks got lucky. Russell Wilson's team is just building. They just got lucky. They're not all that.
No, I know. They usually aren't. For years, even with Russie, they weren't all that. And somehow the SOBs come running out of there with a V.
But I think looking at when they were practicing today, they were looking pretty good. So hopefully they got it down together and in sync, because you got to have that connection with everybody. And Trey just coming in this year, so I'm not going to be mad at him, but you just got to get that connection down with the guys like Jimmy did. But I think it'll work itself out. But I think we'll win, hopefully.
Yeah, because the thing is, Geno Smith is, he last week, I was watching him, I don't believe what I seen. I don't think he's going to have that game again, not this week.
No,
Sharon, the
not
problem
with
is the
the
Broncos'
defense that
defense
we
is,
got and the players
Broncos-
that we have. I don't
Broncos'
think
defense
they'll
isn't
stand a
weak.
chance.
Yes, this is the only thing that worried me. That Broncos defense is not weak. So that's why I said, why?
I don't know. That's just, there was too many fumbles on the Broncos and penalties. I mean, I know they got new players, and Russell tried to get used to them because it's his first year with the Broncos, but that team is still building. So I think
He threw for 300 something yards.
He could have won that game.
Breaks, fumbles on the 1 yard line. Of course, the
let up on
Broncos
their
did the same.
breaks.
The Hawks did the same thing, though. Right, it's just weird. It's weird. I don't want to play
Hopefully we don't
there.
stop on the breaks either. Keep it going. Don't let up. Just fight to the end. So
Well,
that's
they
what
have
I
no
have
choice.
to say. No, and hopefully it don't rain.
No, it is. See, there's rain predicted for Sunday.
Yeah.
And see, this is why
rain here too,
Sure,
but
this is why we
hopefully it's not.
We've got to learn to play in the water, though. Everybody else can play in the rain and beat us up. Okay, that means we can't say anything about that. We're at home in the rain is a different thing. Don't losing on the road in the rain is one thing, but don't lose at home in the rain like we did last year against Indy. And why do we? God, it's worrisome.
I know it's going to be one of those things where everybody's going to be on their seats holding their breath, like.
You know what, though? As soon as I think we're going to win, I'm thinking we're going to have trouble with this. We're probably going to just beat the daylights out of them. Because of this interfering. It has power.
We're supposed to be, 8 points? 8 favorite points?
10.
Or something like that?
9.5 to 10.
Yeah, and we're at home, so when George Kittle is playing.
Hopefully.
So he looks good in practice.
He said he feels better than he did last week. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, he did. He was running and everything. He was looking healthy, like nothing happened.
Sharon, if he goes out there and it hurts
Ronbo,
himself
right.
and is out for the next 4 weeks, so that's going to be so bad. Yeah, we got to win this game.
I think George would be okay because, George is a monster.
And he doesn't care about playing with pain anyway.
No. But he said he was healthy and ready to roll, so I think George is going to play. So I think it'll make the offense better.
Yeah, if for no other reason but just blocking. We need to get some blocking out there. Yeah. Juice can't do it by himself. And the other guys aren't as good as George, so.
All right. We shall see.
Unfortunately, this is gonna be a nervous wreck game. Well, Sharon, what are you looking at as a score?
24-13 Niners.
All
Mom
right.
says 27-20.
All right. Your mom reminds me of me. It's gonna be close. One touchdown. 49ers win it in the last second. Oh. Woo. All right.
Yes, indeed. Let's just hope we go out there and get this win at home.
27-20 for Mom. You said 24-13, right?
Yeah.
Right. I'm sorry, I missed that last one. I wanted to make sure we got that score down right. I'll be glad when this game is over, Sharon. I'm telling you right now, I can't wait to move to week 3. I'd rather play Wilson and the Broncos. I gotta hate this team. All right, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna make this. See you
just
Sunday.
look at Pete Carroll chewing that gum and make you laugh.
It would be funny, but when he's chewing that gum, he's thinking up ways to beat us. He usually works it out. All right, we got this. He can chew all the gum he wants. I'll see you Sunday.
All right, bye.
Night, Sharon. Oh, I got big win. Big win coming out there in this big truck making them big bucks. Dude, I'm a win.
Ronbo, what's going on, man?
You know, we playing the Hawks. I'm not comfortable. You know, the thing is, when I don't care who else we playing, I'd have some optimism. But this team is one that takes that away win. After years of beating us, I'm conditioned now to believe that no matter what happens, they're going to come in and hand us our ass a damn win. I know you got win. What are you thinking?
We gonna win this game, Ronbo. I'm going to the game in the rain. I don't even care. We gonna win this game. But I tell you what, that game last week, man. Oh my God, I ain't never seen it rain so hard. That was
and it wouldn't stop. You couldn't even see through it. Watching your screen at one point. So what kind of rain
you trying
is
to
that?
see the players through the rain. That
It's
was
blurry, wasn't it?
That was the hardest rain I ever seen. Yeah. But anyway, I just wanted. Oh my God, I was so disappointed last week. I just knew we was gonna win that game.
It looked like it in the first half.
I did not want to hear from Chicago Mike. I'm telling you. Ronbo, I know I ain't called in a while, man, but I listen to you faithfully every.
Well, yeah, if you know about Mike,
so I am listening.
He hasn't been in there, Win.
They changed my truck around. And put cameras in there, so we can't. Be on the phone like I used to, but
they did.
Yet,
why'd they do that? Ain't that cold?
It's a safety precaution,
Well,
what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
So if anything happens, you know what I'm saying, and it's either my fault or their fault, and they lying, we
Insurance
got it on
company.
camera. So yeah. So anyway, but I sent you a picture of my Harley, man. Did you get it?
Wait a minute, what? You sent me a picture?
A picture of my Harley. On your Gmail.
Oh, let me. Does it say Big Win?
Yes.
What's your name on there? That's what problem was.
It says
Big Win.
It says Big Win. I showed you the license plate. I said I'm gonna see if you know who this is.
Okay. I'm definitely gonna be able to tell you more about that next time we talk. Yeah. I go through my emails sometimes, and sometimes I get a lot of spam and people trash and stuff. So I got to sort through that. I missed you. I'm gonna go back and look though. All right. I can't wait to see this.
Yeah,
Big Win got a Harley.
I ain't gonna hold you up. I know you got a lot of people want to call. I'm finna jump in this truck and make this book. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
Win. But you got to commit.
Well, I'll let you later, Ronbo.
Wait, Big Win.
I might try to get you from the game.
Fam, wait. What's the score though? Your prediction?
I'm gonna say 31-13.
All right, Win's talking about a good ass whooping. I love that. All right.
Yeah.
All right, fam. Be easy out there. Be careful.
All right, Ronbo. Love, peace, and hair grease, man. We'll holler at you.
Fam, have a good night.
All right, man. Take care.
You too.
Right.
Big Win. Marcus. 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 Come on in, Marcus.
Hello. Hey,
Marcus. Hey. Yeah, Marcus, man. We're sitting here talking about this game coming up this weekend. And it's, if there's any other team beside the Hawks, I'd have all the. But Marcus, what are you anticipating this weekend, and the shenanigans that are going to take place, and we're going to be looking at the game saying, you know what, this is what we were talking about before the game. These dudes, man, and the referees, they got paid off. But you know how we go. We give every reason why we lost the game. Usually I pick them off one at a time. Marcus, what are you thinking? What's happening?
I got a problem with Shanahan right now, Romo.
Okay.
He don't adjust to the game, and you have to adjust. Like that play action pass we does, he'll get 20, 30 yards, and then he'll go back to that. I wish would somebody please call him and tell him to throw that wide receiver screen out of his playbook.
Don't get me started on that.
That play is
never
ridiculous.
Ever works.
He loves that play. He does it
Doesn't
2 or
he?
3 times a game. He does it.
And everybody's waiting on it now.
I wish he would throw it out. Throw it out the book. Don't use it. And he just needs to motivate his team. Like it's no way we should lose this game Sunday. But I don't know. It's gonna rain in Santa Clara this weekend.
That's the forecast. But you know what? I bet it won't compare to the rain in Chicago. That was ridiculous. It doesn't rain anywhere in the world like that except for the Amazon rain, some of the rainforests around the world. But that was just unreal. God.
Yeah. Well, Romo, I don't know how long people are gonna wait on this Shanahan Lynch experiment, but I'm about to wash my hands with it. I just think it's time for a change to me. Like I don't see us winning with him. I don't know. I think he's still he lives off his daddy's legacy to me. And
Marcus, don't speak too soon though, because we've been here before. They're in a tailspin. Not in a tailspin yet. They haven't gotten off the runway. See, because it's week 1. Yeah, give it a minute.
Did you see Trey Lance? Could you see him in a Harbaugh offense? You think Harbaugh could coach him up better?
Well,
like he did Kaepernick.
I was just saying, you mentioned that he does. Do you see a lot of similarities though in Cap and Trey?
Trey got a better arm. Yeah.
No.
But
you know what? Cap's arm may have been underrated. Cap could throw the ball out the stadium. In fact, remember, if you're standing too close and Cap throws you a pass, hopefully you got your insurance paid up. The man would kill a man.
But look,
Trey
Romo,
could probably do that too.
I'm thinking we gave up 3 first-round picks for this guy. I ain't saying he's gonna be a bust, but we could just stayed at number 11 and drafted Fields and kept our first-round draft pick. Now, I don't see why we gave up that much to get this guy. I ain't saying that he's not good. I'm just saying we could just stayed at 11 and pick Fields. Fields was there. Yeah, and he needs to play his players. Like, you got the running backs, stop running Wilson on sweep. He's not a sweep running back. Stop. Why? Oh, my God. When I see that, I just said, why is y'all running him on sweep? He probably run a 4.740.
The thing is that Kyle still wants to run that stretch when he can because it's one of the most effective things to get his offense off. But you're right. When what's his name left with that injury, the stretch was over. Run between the tackles. Just don't. Yeah.
Well, I just know Trey. It's gonna be hard for him this year, man. Every time he lose a game, ESPN, Fox News saying something. Is it? I think they should have went to Jimmy G. I'm like, that's gonna put a lot of pressure on the guy. I think they should have really just got rid of Jimmy G and just give the team to this guy and let him just go. If we lose, we lose. Just like Jacksonville gave the keys to Lance. He didn't win anything his first year. Fields didn't win anything. But they just got to give the keys to him and let him drive the car so they learn how just look behind his back with Jimmy G. Oh, if he lose a couple of games, it's time for Jimmy G to experiment over Trey.
But I don't think he watches ESPN or see any of those networks. And I'm pretty sure he's told, listen, we're going to block the noise out, and we're going to focus on the job at hand. So I don't think he's listening to that. And it's also and it makes sense. You can't have, just because somebody's sitting on the bench, that should motivate you to actually do better. You don't need to be scared of that. It should motivate you to do better. So that's that.
Well, Romo, I ain't gonna talk to you this long tonight, but I watched the Seattle game, and I'm gonna say, is it gonna rain? I'm gonna say 9-7. 49ers win 9-7.
This is gonna be a sorry game. 9-7. Even production's asking me, what?
But you know what? Seattle quarterback didn't look bad. I was shocked that he really looked good.
Didn't he? That's why I'm thinking, oh, here we go. He looks just good enough to get it done, doesn't he? All right, Marcus, it's not going to happen.
I was like, I couldn't believe it. I said, are you serious?
Gino's tired of being.
Man, he looked real good. He looked so poised and comfortable back there.
10 in a row.
Oh no!
Started the game off 10 in a row, and with who?
But
who are those people he's throwing the ball to?
Oh. Before I leave, the reason why we lost that game wasn't because of Trey Lance. It was why we lost that game with Chicago was Greenlaw. Greenlaw lost that game for us because when he hit that
penalties, I know.
When he had that out of bounds hit.
Yeah, I know.
That was they were finna punt.
He had two of those. We're gonna go, fam. I tell you what, I'll be looking for you Sunday, and we'll be saying things. Oh my God, we got past them mofos. Yes, thank you, God. You know, I can't wait to say
Ronbo.
that. All right, night, fam.
All right.
Night, Marcus. And Night of My Nature, I made out with Trey twice. Night of My Nature, come on, man, get a grip, will you please? Come on, God, man. I always thought of you as a guy that I can't imagine you acting like this and saying things like that. That is so strange. Hey, Brian.
Hey, Ronbo. How you doing tonight?
Concerned. I'm much probably like yourself, and I pointed out the things that I'm a little concerned about, and I really want this not to happen. I want to be able to say Sunday, Brian, we can relax. You know what? We did it, Brian. We got one more time to deal with these people, and we're out of the woods. I can't tell you. I'm already ready to have that excitement, Brian.
Oh, I can feel it. I can totally feel it. Hey, you know, C. McCarver Jr.?
Yeah.
Yeah, he made a video, like a pump-up video today about the Seahawks.
Yeah.
I recommend everybody, I'm not trying to plug anybody, but, man, I watched that game,
McCarver's my guy.
So much better, man. Like, he was talking about the Seahawks and stuff, and after that, it's like, we got to win. We just got to win, and, we just have to believe in our team. It's going to happen. And if they don't, it's, one game, 2 games into the season. We still have a long way to go. We get to play them again. So, if we don't win, well, but we live to fight another day. But, hey, we, in the last, since we've been playing them since 2002, we've only swept them 3 times.
2002.
3 times since 2002, we've only swept them 3 times.
That's
so,
20 years, Brian. 20 years.
Back and forth, man. They swept us like 5 years in a row. They got
That's all? That's right. Nick Mullins ruined things for him. That's right. I forgot about that. Finally.
Yeah, because we'll win a game every once in a while. It said they wouldn't be swept. We wouldn't be swept. But it's like there were some times where we didn't win any game in those years, and now that's over. We got a good quarterback. He's a little young, but I think this game he's going to take over. And the good thing about it is he doesn't have to win it by himself. The rest of the team's going to help him win this game because they want to beat Seattle. The Niners want to beat Seattle.
Gino, but Brian, do you ever wonder if they want to beat them as bad as the fans do? Because we've watched this series down through the years, all the way back to Alex and everybody else, right? And we have the game in hand. The game is over, Niners. All you got to do is just hold them. And they came back and they beat us in the last minute. Or we got a chance to beat them in the last 10 or 15 seconds. I'll never forget that game when both Eric Armstead and Defoe had him on his run. He was on his horse. He finally runs. He trots to the left. He finds Tyler Lockett in the end zone, and all we had to do was hold that one possession. The clock was running out, and he finds him, and he gets a touchdown. I said, we had this game, guys. All you had to do was hold it for another few seconds. Oh, Brian, I'm sorry. Let me... Okay,
I was just totally thinking, in talking with another friend and saying, what is like the worst besides the NFC Championship game, that the Seahawks have beat us? What's like your worst game that they beat us, in your opinion? Now, real quick, I'll tell you the one that I hate the most, and I'll tell you the one that I love the most. The one I hate the most is when we beat Tom Brady in New England, and then we came back and we played Seattle up in Seattle, and they beat us. It was like they just totally. It was like 3 points we put on them, and they put like 40 something up on us. I got to look at the stats, but they just Kaepernick, man, he just totally got just pinned down there. And then my favorite game against Seattle is the first game that Alex Smith went up there to Seattle and beat them.
In
because
Seattle,
for a long time he couldn't beat them.
Haven't happened since. Well, we beat them in the playoff, 2019, and that's the last time we. That's only the second time since Alex Smith beat them back then. We beat them in that playoff game, and sent them to die in the wild card. That's my favorite moment.
Well, hey, real quick before you go on to another caller, it's Friday night, so I hope everybody goes and gets some pizza and celebrates Mitch Wisnowski's 4-year extension. He's making $13 million, hopefully. If,
I get the details. Okay.
Good.
Of course you would.
So he got signed, like an extension, and that's good because now you don't have to worry about your punter, and he's a way better punter than Bradley Pinion.
Yeah,
so I mean,
Mr. Shank won a week. Yeah, Brian, you what do you have for a score though?
For the score, it's going to be really close. I think if it's going to be rainy, it'll be probably even lower score. But if it's just like kind of misting or drizzling a little bit, or we got early showers or something, because it's going to be like 1 o'clock game, so we might get some time where it's not raining.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say like 27-28. Niners are going to win. That's my thoughts.
27-28. We got to go through that kind of drama.
If it's a dry game, the Niners are gonna do good. I think the George Kittle's potentially going to play. I think he wants to play because again, the Niners.
He wanted to play last week, probably. Yeah.
You're asking me, does the Niners or like players want to win as bad as
we do?
The fans want to win?
Yeah.
I would have to say maybe there's like a few. It really depends how locked in that player is for that team and that rivalry. Builds inside them because like there's players that are going to go to another team next year and they know it. They might even be going to not even playing anymore. So it doesn't matter. They're just but there's other players
they don't commit.
Really
they're not invested as much as we are. So yeah, I agree. And if someone looks at it strictly business, they look at it as one team. They're just another team. Anyway.
But I would say that there's some of them that's just highly invested in it and want to win just as much as us. But I think because we're fans and addicts, I think we're a little bit over the top. But hey, thanks for having me on.
Thank you,
once again, we're going to beat the Hawks. It's going to happen. Everybody, get you a pizza on Sunday or something like that. Sit down with a cold beer or something, and just root for the Niners because it's going to be a great game.
Yes. All right, Brian. Looking forward to it. Give my best to Tony.
Go Niners, everybody. Stay faithful. Good night, Ronbo.
Oh God. And Deshaun says, "What's up? 31-10." Niners, beware of the Sea Chickens defense tackle. He's a big mountain. I was watching him. Man. That dude that Tony's telling us about, that offensive lineman, he don't take no shit. We're still going to beat them, though. Barack O'Neill. No, I'm not going to read that. Guys, I'm not touching that subject, okay? You guys talk about all you want. I'm not saying a word. I've got no comment. Tony from the blue waters of Hawaii. Oh, Tony. I got to hit about my Don Ho thing. Tony, come on in.
Aloha, Ronbo. Happy Aloha Friday to you. How you feeling today?
Tony, as I've kept saying, but you know what? After I've gotten here and started talking to you, Tony, and everybody else, I'm starting to feel a little better. Because I get anxiety-ridden every year when we play the Hawks. I go through 2 years of I check every now and then to see if I got any ulcerations going on in my stomach after these games. You know what I mean? It really does annoy me to have to play the Seahawks. But Tony, I know you're about to assure me that there's no reason to be concerned.
They're an NFL franchise, Ronbo. So any given Sunday, as was evident last week in Chicago, any NFL franchise can beat any other NFL franchise. Last week, we were certainly the recipients of some bad weather that caused a lot of miscues and getting our heads out of the game and, not really catering to our finesse offense. But this week, the weather's going to be a lot better. I don't know, half an inch of rain is what I'm seeing. So it's not going to be bad.
Sprinklers.
And it'll be at home. The faithful are going to be in the stands to energize the team, so that's all going to be really good to see. The thing that has me most concerned is just the fact that because we lost Elijah Mitchell, I don't think Kyle is going to have a good handle on how to call the running game. And so I think this game is going to start off a little bit slower. Kyle's going to try to establish the run, but he's going to try and find the hot hand first and foremost. So it's going to be, we're going to see Jeff Wilson Jr. Definitely playing. I'm curious to see if the Niners
Davis
end up...
Price, Jordan Mason, which one's going to be? Call it right now, Tony. So make it, and let's see how brilliant you are. You know Jeff Wilson Jr. is going out there. Who's going to be the next guy?
Well, if the Niners didn't get Marlon Mack on the practice squad this week, I would definitely say it'd be TDP who would be the next person up. But it's going to be difficult to predict that, just because it is possible that the Niners could at the last minute elevate Mack to that active roster, which would actually, if that happens, that says a lot more about what Kyle thinks about Tyrion Davis-Price and Jordan Mason than anything else. But I think you're right, Ronbo. I think it will be Jeff Wilson Jr. And Tyrion Davis-Price going back and forth. And that actually, if you look at what happened last week with the Broncos and the Seahawks, the Broncos were able to very effectively run the ball with two different running backs. So, but the difference, though, for me is we don't know where Kyle is going to be thinking for this game, and we don't know how good that interior offensive line is going to hold up. I do expect a bounce-back game. Definitely expecting a bounce-back game. And the defense, I think, is going to be able to manhandle the Seattle offense, just very much so. So I think it's going to be a close game early on as Kyle finds his groove. But as the game goes on, the defense is going to shut down Seattle. And I think the Niners end up running away with this thing in the second half. I think it's a close first half, but by the second half, the Niners make adjustments and they figure out what's going on. And so ultimately, I'm looking at Niners are going to win 31-14. But most of those points are going to be scored in the second half. And the other thing that also just has me concerned is just the way that the Pete Carroll defenses have always had Kyle's number. I know they don't, they're really good at clogging up those gaps and stopping that Kyle Shanahan run scheme. But that's where Trey Lance comes in. That's where Trey Lance comes in, because unlike in the past few years, they have a quarterback who can stretch the defense with his legs, and I think that is going to change the calculus for how Pete Carroll's defense is going to play. And so I think that is the reason why we're going to end up looking a lot better than we have in previous seasons against the Seahawks. It's going to be, I think, a closer first half, though. But I think the Niners win, and they win convincingly in a bounce-back game. What do you think about that, Ronbo?
I like that the whole rundown. It sounds really, really appealing. The only thing I'm concerned with is Carroll, who for some reason, Tony, I got to tell you, I don't know if he has a mole in our place or what, but he always seems to know what we're going to do before we do it. I recognize Carroll now why does the defense look like they were absolutely ready for that play? And that play we've been talking about, the wide receiver screen that I don't want to ever see again, they sit and wait on that as well. But then again, they don't have Bobby in there, so
And I think they have a rookie starting opposite corner, so it actually could be a really good game for Brandon Ayuk if we can get that running game going and get the play passes going. I think Ayuk can shake that rookie, and we could be looking at some plays down the field, beating them with speed in those sorts of ways. I think with Pete Carroll, though, to your point, Ronbo, it's a couple of things. First of all, he's always been a great defensive scheme guy, going back to the 90s when he was our defensive coordinator with Bryant Young, etc. Okay, so he's always been able to produce really good defensive game plans. But I think he's also a really good players coach. And he's the kind of guy who can maximize the talent he has in front of him, even if they aren't the most talented people. He can produce that higher level of output than many other coaches might be able to, just because of the way that he inspires and he puts them into places where they can succeed, where he evaluates them where they can go on the defense. So he is a fine head coach. He has that Super Bowl, and he has a good defensive mind. So. Yeah.
And the only reason I don't like him is because of the way he chews that gum. That gum just every time he chomps down, I get madder and madder. That's why I said, can you please beat Carroll? Tony, he just gave us a score. Tony just gave us a score, right?
Yeah, 31-14 Niners. Close first half, but the second half, the Niners pull away.
All right. Tony, always a pleasure. And I absolutely hope you're right. So I can see guys, Tony's got to get in here and let us know what's going to happen here next so I can calm down.
Let's hope so. Take care, Ronbo. Aloha.
You too, Tony. Aloha. Yes. And the way he broke that down is I could see that happening too. Yeah, I just hope it does. Because Pete Carroll doesn't get the memos. We've already told him why they're going to lose and how they're going to lose, and they go off doing things that are totally unorthodox. Hey, Jay.
Yo, Ronbo.
Jay.
What's up?
Jay, the
you
Hawks.
can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at the Hawks game and wondering how everybody's feeling. I'm starting to feel a little better about it. Nobody's anticipating the Hawks coming in and looking like they did. Although, Jay, you saw Geno Smith, right? That was an outlier.
Yeah.
There was no way Geno's going to look like that all the time. But that was a good defense. The Broncos are not a bad defense. How did he do that? That's the only thing that freaks me out.
So, I don't know, man.
Yeah, great corners.
Just like, I guess he...
Great edge rushers.
But
DJ Jones up the middle. You're still getting away.
Yeah, I miss DJ Jones, Ronbo. Oh, my God. I miss DJ Jones, Ronbo. He was a good run stopper, to be honest.
He did a good job last week. Shallows, they were still running a little bit, but DJ was still getting his hits. Oh, he can't wait to play us next week, by the way. You know that, don't you? He already said it.
Yeah, that's
publicly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He said that? Okay.
He circled his calendar.
Well,
I circled that date for the 49ers. Damn, DJ? You gonna be like, why you gotta be bitter now?
Yeah, but this is the only way we're gonna win, Ronbo. These are my 5 Chiefs winning, I guess, whatever. If we clean up the penalties,
Jay, it's breaking up a little bit now. Jay,
it is.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit. Well, Jay, are you using a? What are you using?
Bluetooth code. Ronbo, hello?
Yeah.
You hear me? Okay.
Maybe it's your, maybe it's Wi-Fi or something. Yeah, it's all broken up, is what it is.
Oh man. Can you wait? You can hear me now, or yes or no, or is it broken up?
It's really inaudible. I can understand you, but it's like breaking up, and you can hear little weird sounds.
Okay.
Because normally I can hear you better than this. Wherever you usually are is where you might want to go.
Yeah. Okay, you can hear me now, or is it still bad?
It's still a bad signal. Are you using Wi-Fi? I mean, not Wi-Fi, but what are you using?
Okay. Can you hear me now, then?
Jay, if you're using Bluetooth, just don't do that. Just use your phone, because it's really bad.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but it's really a bad signal. Because as I said, if you're using Bluetooth, you might want to not do that, because that's what it really comes through distorted. All right. I think we lost. Jay? Okay. Jay, don't use your Bluetooth, because just get right into that mouthpiece. All right. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Ronbo.
Tony, I really enjoyed that breakfast you had on the table the other day. That was pretty special. Tony's on Twitter now. He put his breakfast on for the hearty meal that a trucker needs to get through the day. I said, look at Tony. Tony put a meal together for a king. Woo! Well, Tony, here we go with the friggin' Hawks. And I really don't like playing this team. But I've heard enough today to know that I don't have to worry about losing now. At least wait till the game starts. What are you thinking?
Really? They've beat us 4 times in a row, Ronbo.
This is why I'm crying. Damn.
Okay, here's how it's going to go down. All right. Pete the Cheat, it's very simple. He's watched our first game. So he's going to drop 6 or 7 players in coverage, 2 safeties at the back. All right, and he's going to attack McGlinchey, all right, and try and flush Trey out to one side because Trey stares down his receivers and then he's going to try and pick him off. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. And because see, if we can't establish a run, and what you're saying, Kyle's counter for that. He's going to try to get that establish that run. But you lost Elijah Mitchell. Now, can Jeffrey Wilson Jr. and company get it done?
Kyle has to give the kid every possible opportunity. And what I want Kyle to do is to get an offensive bombing raid downfield. All right? He needs to – I want Danny Gray playing. I want
can't sit him this week. That's right. He's got to play.
I want Gray playing. I want what's the other guys?
Brandon Ayuk?
No, he's playing for sure. No, the guys that didn't play last week.
Kittle?
With a W. Running back.
Running back. Oh.
Ty Davis-Price.
Running back with a W. Okay, we got Terrion Davis-Price. We got Jordan Mason.
Jordan Mason. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want him too, just for his attitude.
I want Mason playing. I want TDP playing. I want 4 or 5 or 6 guys running down the field, so that Trey's got a choice. He'll find one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Bootleg him. He's got to be on the run because that front line's not going to hold on.
Because they're going to try and flush out Trey. If they go in from McGlinchey's side, he's going to roll out to the left. All right? So if Kyle's smart enough, he can have someone running up the seam, and he can say to Trey, listen,
Debo.
you stare down your receiver, all right? But what we're going to do this time is we're going to use that to our advantage. I'm going to get all these guys running downfield. The guy that's running up the seam is going to run to the left and break to the right. Right? They're not going to expect that. There's going to be 2 guys on the right hand side of the field wide open. Just blast it down there to him.
Sounds like a plan.
The more receivers that are running downfield, the more choices he's got.
The only thing is, Tony, we got to get rid of that ball as soon as possible because that offensive line is not going to. It's not real stout, right? So I guess Trey's going to be in play action a lot, and I don't know why Shannon continues to abandon that anyway. So as long as he can buy some time,
he holds onto the ball a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So if you give him maximum amount of people running downfield,
plenty of options,
and when he rolls out and extends the play, one of them's going to be wide open. They can't double team everybody. You can't double team Debo. You can't double team Ayuk.
Especially if you got Gray on the field. You got to get Gray on the field.
Yeah, you can't double team Danny Gray, and you know what I mean. And then you got Kittle if he's playing, and a few other guys. He's going to hit one of them. Give him more choices. That's what I'm saying. But he's a rookie.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Give him more choices. Play to his strengths. But Kyle, you know what's going to happen. You know, he's not going to do that because he's got a big ego. He's an egomaniac.
You have him leave him under center like he used to with Jimmy last year, and the offensive line is obviously not holding. And then of course they're coming right over center and they kill the quarterback. And that, we saw that happen a couple of times just last week. I said, you know what? Oh, Kyle, if I don't know what I could see that's not the right play, Kyle. And then I said, I can't question Kyle. He's Kyle Shanahan. But Tony, I love the way you question him. You speak through. I just live through you vicariously.
He's to blame for all of this, Ronbo. I blame him. I hold him responsible for everything because if you would have started Jimmy at the beginning of the year, right, and then kept training up this kid, and then halfway through the year or 3/4 of the way through the season, you took Jimmy off and threw Lance on, and he was much better prepared. Isn't that the logical way to go about it? Instead of throwing the kid in the fire, right, and then running him like RG3, and then you ruin his career.
Yeah. Well, they already made that commitment before the season started, so you can't just renege on it all of a sudden. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what it looks like in week 3, and then you can figure out whether he's going to grow or not.
Kyle will step on anybody's head just to maintain his position in the 49ers, and some people need to ask themselves in the next 3 years. In the next 3 years, are we going to go to a Super Bowl and 2 championships?
I hope so. I don't know. Tony, give me a score because we gotta go. What are you thinking here?
I'm thinking 17-10. We just squeeze one out.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'm going to be conservative today because 60% chance of rain.
See, it's going to be a dogfight.
Nobody used to complain when we used to play in that weather and candlestick. So
so strange.
Hey, Ronbo, can I ask Tony one quick question?
No, Tony's getting ready to go. Go ahead and ask the question then.
No, okay. Okay, I get what you're saying. Like, how do you expect Trey to learn if he's not on the field? If you want to start Jimmy, how do you learn?
No, that's not what he said.
I'm not saying to start Jimmy. I'm saying not to. If Kyle thinks that the kid's not ready now, all right, you should have thought about that
before the season started. Yeah.
I get that. I understand it, but how do you expect Trey to get better if he's not the starting quarterback?
No, well, see, that's the thing to me. If he made that decision, now he's got to stay with it. So.
Yeah, well, he's got to stick with it now. But Alan Rodgers sat for 3 years, didn't hurt him anything, and he did it.
Yeah, there's been a few.
Yeah, I just don't want the kid I just don't want Kyle to ruin the kid's career. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
No, I get that. I'm with you on there, but
we've seen that happen too many times.
With Trey.
And like Jordan Love over in Green Bay.
Jimmy, Trey needs to take.
Milo, let me get more of that from you in a minute, because otherwise we're gonna get a problem here with the time. Let me see the couple. Okay, Tony, we'll see you Sunday.
All right, brother. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to Emilio, and see you in the next chapter.
Looking forward to it. Cheers, Tony.
Cheers, mate.
And is Jay back now? Let's see if he's got a better sound. Jay.
Ronbo, hello. Yeah. You can hear me now.
Yeah, I can hear you. It's a little clearer too. All right, Jay.
Okay. Yeah. My 5 keys to victory are what's it called? No penalties. Okay, we gotta fix our the penalties in offense and defense.
You're talking discipline.
Yeah,
yes.
Discipline. And that goes on the coaches, by the way, on Kyle and D'Amico. So them guys better prepare these guys to not make any mistakes. At least one, or maybe none. But the other one is what's it called? Ronbo, we move the ball so perfectly down the field all the time, but in the red zone, we don't score any points. And we got to fix that, man. We got to, with Trey, we always make it to the red zone, and we don't score. And hopefully Kyle could, I don't know, dial some shit up, to score in the red zone, Hopefully, and that's my second one, because we always go to the red zone and we don't score. And my third one is, our defense got to, hold the amazing, what's that guy's name? I forgot. Gino. Oh, yeah, Gino. Gino,
Amazing.
The amazing Gino. I think I don't know. I think he might be Patrick Mahomes. I heard from NFL somewhere, ESPN. I think Ronbo. I don't know. That's what they said about him. So I believe what ESPN says. So, yeah. So I think that's about it. Let's just, let's. Our team needs to play the full game, not only 30 minutes. Because last week. Our whole team played only 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And, that can't be happening. And one last thing, Ronbo, honestly, it's amazing that we kept Jimmy because he really saw Trey how to be a fucking cold guy, Ronbo.
Yeah. Why do you say that?
Why do you think, Ronbo? I don't know. Porn star Jimmy? Oh, my God.
No. You said you're glad we
Wait,
kept him
what?
because he made Trey into a. Did you say made Trey into a cool guy?
Yeah, cool guy, Ronbo. He's like I think Trey was doing those things because he wants the respect from the locker room. I think that's why Ronbo. He needs the
That's what I
respect
thought you
from
were talking about.
Wait,
But I don't know if that's cool or not.
Ronbo, we don't even know if that's Trey, Ronbo. Let's be honest here,
I know.
Ronbo. That guy looks short.
And that you mentioned
He
Jimmy.
looks short, Ronbo.
Well, you said that you mentioned Jimmy. Jimmy had probably just left 5 minutes before because he saw the cameras.
Yeah, but look, if that was Trey, who was he with? What teammate was he with, Ronbo?
Yeah, right. Why was in there why was that picture by only him? God.
Yeah, like I'm sure Trey doesn't know anyone in the Bay. Like, I don't know. Like, it doesn't make sense, but or I don't know. I don't know what he does.
That's
in
a
his
good
free
point
time.
there too.
But if that is Trey, oh well, that's his life. He's putting in work in the off season. Working his ass off, and
he's entitled to a night off.
Yeah, but
Jay, you got to give us a score because we're gonna run out of time.
Okay.
What's your score?
I'm gonna just choose us to win, Ronbo, and Trey's gonna make it rain. By the way, in Sunday, by the way, he's gonna make it rain, Ronbo. So just be prepared.
Just a W.
And
okay.
Yeah,
All right,
I think he's gonna score 40 points, Rombo.
40.
So
Okay. Well, you said just put a W. Are you gonna give me a score? You got 40?
Nah, just a W. A W.
W. Okay.
You have a good day, Rombo.
Night, fam. I didn't say anything. I didn't start that one either. Hey, Howard. Howard.
Hold up. You?
Howard.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Come on in, Howard. And what it is, it's group hug before you play the Hawks, as it seems under no matter what, they seem to have come away with leaving us with an L. Even, when you look back at that 2019 game, that was symbolic of the connection between San Francisco and Seattle. We had that game won, and we have all we got to do is kick a field goal. Robbie Gould, for reasons I forgot, was out of the game. And our field goal the kicker had been doing fine all game long. The crucial one he's got to get, and we can walk off and win this game. The SOB went in there and missed it. Kicked the ball all down the tunnel and everywhere else. He wasn't that far away from the goal line. I was sitting there thinking, we got this. He's been good all night. Boom! Wide, extremely wide, to the left. Oh, hell no. And, of course, here come the Hawks. And we got to go into overtime, and they get away and win again. You see, there's something very, very strange about playing that team. Howard, is this week going to be different?
I think so. I mean, we did beat them before in Seattle. That was the funny part.
Long time ago. Well, 2019.
Yeah, we beat them in 19.
We beat them in 19. And then Alex Smith beat them 20 years, 17 years. Yeah, 2002 and 2019. It's the only time we beat them in Seattle.
Yeah.
Shame.
Yeah. We beat them, man. Like, listen, man. There's some different things these Seattle's doing nowadays. They're not doing that 4-3 under. Basically, just watch.
Everybody figured it out.
No. What they used to do against us is that 4-3 under shit. So basically, they have 5 guys on the line, and of course, that's attributed to the run game. So they're not running cover 3; they're running cover 2 deep shell. So there's some things there that our run game is going to prosper. If they're going to continue to run cover 2 deep shell on us, meaning 2 safeties back, there you go. Run game. That's a run game's magic dream right there, bro. So that's why Denver was running on them.
Yeah, Denver was able to run on them. So if Kyle sticks to that, it might be effective. I think so.
You mean Pete Carroll? Pete Carroll.
I mean Pete Carroll. You know what I hope though. I'm worried about my running backs. Are you? Mitchell. God, he looked good last week for the amount of time he was in there. He was exploding through that hole. His body just really bouncing through it. As soon as the crease was creasing, he is gone. I said, look at this. He looks a lot better than he did last year. Well, he was hurt last year. He's healthy. Bam! Oh, is that Mitchell? And no more Mitchell.
Yeah, man. Listen, Kyle, if you listening, more TDP and Mace, man. More Mace and TDP, okay? We love Jeffrey, but we don't want Jeffrey all game.
No, really.
You know
need a heat check. Check all 3 of your backs. Don't just because he doesn't have enough experience. Run them all, Kyle. We can't have any fumbles, though. That's Kyle loses his mind if that happens.
One thing he did say that I found that was pretty noticeable. He did say he would run with their hot hand.
Right.
So,
but he said that before, and then made a workhorse out of one person.
Yeah, I hope he at least leans on one of them. If that, you know what I'm saying, you want one of these guys to feel good about themselves. Now that Elijah Mitchell's down for a while, at least one of them can step up and make a contribution and give them confidence, not only for themselves, but for Kyle to, put him further in the game plan. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that works out.
I know, right? You notice how we have to use words hopefully.
Yeah, man. Like we love Kyle, but then Kyle just make it just say, "God damn it, man."
No, Danny Gray better not be a scratch this week either. You need Danny Gray to bust the loop. I mean, Danny's got to go blast it downfield. Take that safety out of the equation. Come on, Kyle. Why did you scratch Danny last week? Oh.
Here's what Kyle needs to do. He needs to have, like what Tony said earlier, he needs to have more receivers out there. Have some bunch formation. This is how you break cover 2.
Yeah.
Break cover 2 with bunch formations, stack formations, you know what I'm saying? And smash concepts, flood routes, you know what I mean? Rub routes. That's how you open them up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Make them corner.
And bunch formations. I got Jawan Jennings and Brandon Ayuk in the same place. I got George Kittle. No, I'm going to put Debo on this. You know what? You're right. Because now they don't know which way is up.
Right. So, and also, just mix it up. Don't have to give the same look. You can move the pocket with it. You can run it out of it. You can pass a zone blitz, a zone read off of it. All kinds of things you can do out of that. Because once you see a bunch, you're gonna see all the guys are gonna be looking like, what to do, where are we going? You know what I'm saying? Like, all these guys are young.
And Howard, he's got that play action going again. So this way, and everything you do come out of play action. That way they won't know what's going on each year. Kyle used to do that. And now all of a sudden he's gotten real cute and doing things that are not beneficial to the next down. And I think, why don't you stay with play action so they don't know exactly what's going to happen on every snap?
I don't know, man. He gets in his own way and whatever.
He sees something. Apparently, he sees something we don't see. I guess that's the only thing I can think of.
I understand he wants to try new things and stuff like that. Oh, okay, I like this. Trey did this and all this and that, whatever. But when you get too cute, if you get too cute, especially when the game's still at reach for the other team, it's like Seattle, for instance.
Howard.
No, don't do that.
He'll learn. Hopefully not before the season's over. Howard, you need your score real quick because we got to go. What do you got?
I'm gonna say 2013.
All of us are holding our breath on this one. Hope they blow them out since we think this is gonna happen. I'm with you. I only got 17-14. How would I see it? I'll see you Sunday. We got this. All right. That Howard.
I mean, dog.
Oh God. Hey yo, King boy.
Hey, Ronbo, can you hear me?
K-Boy, I can hear you. It's a good signal, too. Right. Good. All right.
All right, good deal.
All right, K-Boy, so I'm sitting here, I'm stressing, man, because I don't really care to play the Hawks because of the history we've had from them, and it's not been nothing nice. I'm counting the L's. All I can see is L's, and every now and then you remember a win. It's not supposed to be that way.
No, it shouldn't be, man. I'm kind of with you too, because it's them and them Arizona Cardinals. We can get the Rams. I never worry about every year, but it's just those two teams that I don't know. They, regardless on how bad they are, they
still manage to beat us. But we could beat the Cardinals sometime. For the last few years, they haven't dominated us like they did during after Harbaugh left. Remember that stretch we had where it was just understood the Cardinals were going to beat you. Carson Palmer just had a field day every time. And then, since 2017-18, we've actually, I think, must have split with them at worst. Because we owned them for a couple of years.
Yeah,
but the Hawks didn't miss a beat.
I think we should beat them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I hate them Hawks. They just, regardless of how bad they are, they have a way to have our number every year. I just don't like it. This game really scares me, but I think we still going to pull it out. I think the score is going to be 23-17. I don't know how Vegas got us 9 points.
Not an having 10 points. They're trying to get people to jump on that. Casey, I can't wait to Casey Shabazz call. I want to ask if they're taking that, or are they taking the Hawks just to win the money? Because
Nah, I damn sure.
K-Boy, bettors will make a living out of that. They're going to have their favorite team. But if Vegas tries to lose their mind and put one team or the other up too high, you take that bet, just don't tell anybody and rake in that cash.
I hate when I bet against the Niners too and stuff. But,
I'll leave that bet alone. I will not bet against the 49ers. Over and under. So. Yeah. 42 points is over.
I think it's probably going to be under 40 just because you got a 60% chance of raining.
Yeah.
And I think we got to get down there. I'm the running game, man. There's Elijah Mitchell now, and Cal got to find another way. I think Debo's going to get a lot of carries.
You're right.
And that's just what's good. You just don't know about a running game that if the offensive line right now, I don't know, man. I think with Jamal Adams on though, in the secondary back there, you might have an opportunity to take advantage of.
Because Williams Jamal's going to give the quarterback a hard time. He's not there.
Yeah.
And they got rid of the other guy that was just as good as Jamal last year. So I don't know who they got playing that position. So we'll see.
Yeah. And if we get Danny Gray, if he's active for this game, taking that safety out, whoever's going to be, I think that's going to open things up. So, we got a chance to really bust it open, I hope. But,
every game we played recently, we've had a chance, and I don't know what the hell went wrong. But something would go south just exactly the wrong time. No flags this week, K-Boy. Not like we got last week. That'll beat you no matter what.
Yeah. Last year, it was the secondary that was killing us with PIs on third down. Now, I hope it's not the linebackers and the defensive linemen that's doing this crazy stuff, but man, there's always something with us, man. I just don't like it. I just don't like it at all.
They can't be disciplined when they play the Hawks. The referees are lying their ass off from the first quarter to the fourth quarter, and then we find a way to do something really boneheaded. It's a weird. It's just strange.
Yeah, it just seems like every time we get referees make a call. I wish the NFL can do something about that, like make common sense calls. Okay, you may be kind of tug on the face, but we really intentional.
Make a real legitimate call.
Is it? Or if you're going to call
number 97, unsportsmanlike conduct. That's a first 15 yards and a first down. He said, let me see the replay. Let me see the replay. You look at the replay. Yeah. Oh, where's the ref? Where's the infraction? You're sitting there losing your mind. And they got 15 yards and better field position. And if nothing else, they get 3 points. And then I'm sick.
Yeah. Don't call a PI when the ball is uncatchable and they are, it's just
and then there's that.
Kind of frustrating me and bother me with the rails and stuff like that. But NFL they need to do something about the competition community. Like, okay, go to the replay and see if it's a legitimate call or something like that. Then give it to them. But if you go back and say, all right, that ball really wasn't catchable, we pick up the flag.
30 feet in the air, above everybody. It just doesn't.
Yeah, sure. But that's only concerns I have with it.
You got 24-17. Is that right? Or 23?
No, 23-17. I think we're gonna get down there, but we're gonna end up kicking some field goals. I think we're gonna get like 3 or 4 field goals.
We got a better field goal kicker. I know that. Robbie will win it if it comes down to that. All right. Okay. So hopefully, you're right on that.
Yeah, we'll get back with you after the game, man. We'll talk through. Hopefully be a victory. Hopefully be a blowout.
Hopefully that'd be nice. And we can celebrate
we had a blowout
victory
in the
Monday.
wild.
Yes.
Yeah, we had a blowout in the wild. Give us a blowout, pal. Come on.
Have a great night, K-Boy. See you Sunday.
Yes, sir. Right.
In fact, here he comes. The man, I just can't wait to hear Casey. Because Casey's already got his parlays all figured out, I know. And one of them includes Seattle and San Francisco.
No, Ronbo.
No. Are you staying away from this one?
I've given up parlays. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I'll never give up the parlay, Ronbo.
I know it.
But I'm going to try and adjust my strategies because it seems like I'm doing like 60 or 70% if I do something like straight up money lines. Right?
Yeah. Okay, a 9.5. Now, you're an experienced guy out there as far as the wagers.
Is that what the line is right now?
9.5 to 10. See?
For favored in who?
Us. Casey, see, I quit.
The Niners are favored 9.5 versus the Seahawks?
Yeah, and I want to actually get,
Oh,
it's like an alcoholic. I want to go back and have another drink. I actually want to take that, but I'm never going to bet against the 49ers. But that is BS. Vegas is reaching and trying to, there's suckers. And for the suckers that don't know, Vegas is going to rake it in this week. You just know it.
I mean, it could happen, I mean, Trey could pop off and stuff, but I just feel like it's going to be 28-17 because this, the Seahawks and the Cardinals, they swept the Niners last year, and I just feel like Kyle doesn't learn. I feel like if it's going to rain, Kyle will he'll still run Trey 10 times, and I feel like they're going to start 0-3 or 0-4. I mean,
no. You know what's so funny though?
Yeah,
we do have to win this game because from this week on, it becomes a real challenge. This week is not supposed to be a challenge, but it's the damned Hawks. This is why I was hoping so badly we win the first game, and then maybe we take some momentum.
Well, they got the MVP, Geno Smith, Ronbo.
See that? Did you see him last week? Who is that?
Yeah.
I thought it was somebody in Geno Smith disguise.
His second half wasn't too good, but I've always liked Geno, and I just for whatever reason knew he was kind of going to go into it with a little stress off his shoulders, and I expected a good performance. I took the Seahawks to cover on Monday. But of course, I had to add the Atlanta Braves to my parlay. So
that's what I'm saying. You took the right bet. They were supposed to lose by 6.5.
And I took the Chiefs in the under last night, but freaking God, who was it, Ronbo? Someone messed up my parlay last night. Some MLB kid. I've already forgotten, Ronbo.
Wait a minute. Did you you were involved in that Chargers?
Oh,
Chiefs
it was the Cardinals. Yeah, I took the Cardinals last night, and I parlayed it with the Chiefs money line and the under. Because why would the Cardinals not beat? Why wouldn't the Cincinnati Reds beat the Cardinals? I mean, Jesus.
Baseball now.
What do I? God, Ronbo, I swear it's like I can't hit an MLB parlay to save my life, man.
Casey, it might be time to take a week off and just breathe, and then you get yourself together. God,
I know. But Ronbo, I like seeing this extension to Wisnowski. It reminds me of the days of Andy Lee and Frank Gore being the 49ers' best player.
And Andy was on special teams, so
yeah.
But we're not like that anymore.
To
we got a team full of all kind of talent now, so that's why I'm saying.
You know how you can loop a video on YouTube and keep it playing forever. I used to go to the Apple store and leave a Andy Lee highlight on a loop.
Andy Lee looked like Andy did not look like a kicker either. Guy looked tough. I mean,
Ronbo, he's had more games than Frank Gore actually in his career.
Well, the Raiders had a kicker like that lasted 100 years out there. Oh, what was that guy's name? Anyway, kickers can last a long time. They can take care of their leg.
He was a tough player.
Janikowski.
Janikowski too.
Janikowski.
Yeah, that guy.
Polish cannon.
He was just punting like forever and put them high sky climbing. Man, that guy had a powerful leg.
Yeah.
man.
So what else is on the menu tonight, Ronbo? We got Kittle returning to practice.
Yeah, and there's a possibility he could play this weekend. Thank God, because he's definitely going to be needed this weekend.
Yeah.
Casey, okay, what are you gonna? What's going to be your score though?
I'm gonna say it's 28-17 Seattle, Ronbo.
I didn't expect you to say that.
I really don't.
You said that with no shame
learn, man.
and quickly.
No, I just Ronbo. I've consistently seen someone who doesn't know when to run the ball. It happened in the Atlanta Super Bowl. You know, he could have just ran the clock out. He was passing it on third down. I don't know. I mean, until Kyle shows me that he's playing with like a new. Until he shows me he can make second half adjustments. And,
I thought you were going to say he's playing with a full deck.
Yeah, this game versus Chicago, man, it was like
he's
strange. A rookie coach, like
Dwayne diluted his mind. Casey, we got to go though. I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna see you Sunday. If we lose 28-17,
can I give a shout out to? Can I give a shout out to Sharon?
Yes,
I saw in the chat on Monday or something, someone was like, "Who's this caller?" And I just thought, "That's an OG."
She got it right. Case, I'll see you. You have a great day. I'll see you. Looking for you Sunday.
Appreciate it, Ronbo.
Appreciate you,
right on, man. Take it easy, boy.
God, I can't wait till this game's over. Hey, it's Pop Dragon. Pop.
What's up, Ronbo?
Well, Pop, you know what's up. I go through this every year, twice. And I really don't have this kind of feeling for other teams. I have certain, you entertain certain thoughts. But the Hawks, going into this game, it's already worrisome. But where are you at on this, Pop?
Well, Pete Carroll is a good ball coach, defensive minded. He's going to attack our weakness. I mean, really, the best way to really beat the 49ers right now is to load up on the run. First down, and at that particular point, spread your defensive ends outside the tackles and attack the middle because the middle of our offensive line is weak. So Kyle hasn't figured out a way to counter that yet. All that pressure is really coming from the middle and coming from the right tackle too. So he's got himself. He's got his hands full. Yeah. He's got his work cut out for him. But I think the counter for that, if he'll do it, which I don't know if Kyle will do it, because rest assured. No matter how people look at this whole situation, the reality is that Kyle Shanahan has got to be one of the coaches that blows the most leads I've ever seen.
Don't give him 10 points. You're right.
Yeah.
We got 11 or 9 going into the fourth quarter, but do not have a 10 up there. That's just bad luck.
Right. And based on how conservative he can be on offense sometimes, he's not putting points up. Now, again, we still don't know what this team really is at this point. We just don't know. You can't really count last week. But I will say this. Statistically, we whooped the Bears' ass last week. Now, statistics
by
great.
a lot. Yeah.
Exactly. But there's another similarity. Last year, and both losses to the Seahawks, okay, we outgained them 265 yards and still lost those games.
They got outplayed last week, Pop. Same huge margins on every stat.
I'm just saying it's the same thing. It's like we put up all these statistics and no points, and people want to call him a genius. Okay.
I mean, Tony's rolling around now laughing. That's exactly how he feels. Tony!
But it's the reality, though. It's the absolute reality. So it's like, he's got key pieces. He won't use them. Like you pay Juice a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
He really should be out there a lot more, especially if your offensive line is having problems blocking up the middle, because he can stay in and pass protect.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So
you gotta know that.
There's things that they can do, but we also know their weaknesses, and their weaknesses that they have 2 rookie tackles.
They got a lot of weaknesses.
Yeah, we already bought Teray up. Teray is going to be starting this. He's going to be playing this week. So we're going to be hitting those rookie tackles pretty hard. So I think this is going to be a big-time bounce-back game for the defense. I do believe that the front 7 is going to really shut Geno down. And if as long as Armstead doesn't over pursue, Geno should run straight at him. He should run straight.
He does run past the play.
Don't over pursue. I watched that 22 of Fields last week, and Lord, he was doing the bad weather shuffle. He was literally waiting to run. He would get back there, act like he's looking. He's not looking at nothing. He's looking at, okay, I'm going to juke you, and I'm going to juke you, and I'm going to juke you. And that's what he was. He was waiting for people to slip. So he's definitely a mutter. But again, that's in the past. Right now, we're on to Seattle. So I think it's a big time bounce back game for our front seven. I think our front seven will overpower their offensive line. I believe that in this particular game, the 49ers will be victorious in this game.
Yes.
And it's going to be because of the defense. Trey didn't lose the game last week, but there's this way too much stuff put on him. And Trey, if you're listening, don't put stuff on yourself. Okay? If you're going to make it rain on some strippers, brother, do it like the Peyton Mannings do it. They get a hotel. There's no cameras allowed. Handle it with class, with a suit on. Not looking like a thug. If that was him. Now, I don't know if that was him. Now, what I was told is that it happened in the summertime. I don't even know if that's him or not. So
wait. That wasn't something that took place with the last 2 or 3 days?
I was told that happened in the summer. That's what I was told.
I just want to say, when these guys are doing things in the summertime, I don't know that we should start character assassinations. I mean, Pop, you know what? Okay, I got to get a score because we got to roll. But, it's going to get blown all out of proportion.
Anything is. And put it in perspective, Mike Martz, his podcast that he's on, he had 434,000 views. So don't tell me he's not going to keep on character assassinating Trey Lance, because he is. Because he's not going to get views. I'm just saying. So, yes, I got the 49ers scoring 10 points and Seattle scoring 0.
Hey, all right, a shout out. I want to see that so bad. Even if we score 3 and they don't get nothing, I'll be so happy.
It's going to be 10 points, 10-0.
There you go. Well, Pop, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to be looking for you on Sunday, and I'm going to say, Pop, yeah, you called it. And they get a damn thing. I can't wait. All right.
Front seven's mad, Ronbo. They're mad.
Like mad as me. I'm telling you.
Oh, they're mad.
All right, fam. To Bam and right, Boom and Mrs. Dragon, I'm going to see you on Sunday.
Oh, yeah, we'll see y'all Sunday.
Night, fam.
Yep.
Rakim says, how are you? Rakim doing, I won't be able to answer that question until Sunday evening. This game is going to be Lance's coming out party. 31-10. He says, can I get a Niners? You can get an amen first. Niners! There's something about that look on Pete Carroll's face when he's walking off the field, because he's so used to beating us all the time. When we beat him, the few times we beat him in the last few years, I love that look on his face like, I can't believe that happened. He stops chewing. The gum goes away. Okay, here we go. Oh, God. My homeboy, I will thank you for that contribution. If you care to read his comment, there it is in blue. Okay? I'm not reading that. I'm not. Hey, Levi.
Hey, Ronbo, what's up?
Levi, we're getting ready to play the Hawks, and, after this week, I'll be enjoying the season more. But, when we play the Hawks, it's just not a nice thing. It doesn't matter how Pete Carroll went out there with a local high school team and somehow it'd be a game. But Levi, what are you thinking? What's going on here? Why will it happen? And what's your score?
Okay, sure. Say that again, Ronbo.
Yeah, are you at work, Levi?
Yeah, someone was talking to me for some reason.
And they know better when Levi's on the phone talking football. Levi, I'm worried about this game coming up this Sunday. I want to know your feelings on it. Why are we going to win or lose? And give me a score.
Okay, the score, I'm going to say 14-10. Rainy weather, 49ers I haven't seen them play good in a rainy game.
I know, that's just ridiculous.
Even in 2019, I remember that Redskins game was 9-0 or something.
We got away. It's
So
barely in the
for
last
me, it just
quarter.
feels like we don't play good in the rain. Maybe
And don't forget last year's Indy game where we just got an ass whooping. God.
Yeah.
That's 3 times. You're right. Well, yeah, well, we won the game in Washington, but the last 2 times in the rain, it's just like we got owned.
So, but I think we'll squeak by this time. 14-10. Maybe Trey Lance gets 2 touchdowns, and maybe he'll have a nice week off from being, Jimmy's going to take your job.
You know what? I think they're assuring Lance. Levi, here's the thing. I think they've assured Lance that's not going to happen. Listen, I just thought about something since you brought that up. Do I make sure that Trey never needs to be concerned about me benching him? Or do I just not say nothing? Or do I threaten to say, listen, if we can't make some changes here, we might want to think about putting you back into training for a bit? What do you do now in this situation where we start off the season with a bump? You're going into game 2. Is pressure a good thing or not here? Do you leave it alone?
I don't know. He's a rookie. I mean, you want to take pressure off of him, maybe give him some confidence.
Yeah. That would probably be the best route to take.
Because it makes the Trey supporters, people who might support Trey Lance, to give them more of something to fight back when they're networks and they say, oh, man, look, Trey Lance, look, crap. Hey, can I introduce you to 2 touchdown plays, play a clean game? They won the game. That's what we want to see.
But as a coach, what do I say to Trey to make him know, listen, I'm not thinking about this is your team. I just need you to go out there and let's execute, do some of the things that we've worked on. It's all about application. Get it done. Don't be concerned about anything but that. I give him that talk. Every time it is, but Kyle does not. I don't think any coach really believes in overpraising his player. But you've got to find it because he is a rookie. He's 22. You got to, but he seems mature beyond his years when I hear him talk. So maybe that's not necessary for him.
Yeah, that's why I say he just needs the confidence from winning and getting plays, so that he can, he can have something to hang his hat on. Like right now, he needs something to hang his hat on this year, so that he can, have something to say. Like if you ain't got nothing to hang your head on, might be confident.
Well, that's the thing. That's going to build his confidence because if he has another week throwing below 50%,
that's why I say he'll get that 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, because
all right, and here's another thing, Ronbo, I want to talk about because I got 2 topics and I don't know if I'm have time for it.
Right.
The first one, I want to say I'm proud of you. I'm glad it happened right before I called. You said you ain't reading comments. I think that's a good thing.
Well, yeah.
If people put comments that you don't think that needs to be on your channel, don't read it. And my advice would be, because sometimes you get a little emotional, feel like reading it, just look for a comment that's positive. Someone saying, go Niners.
Yeah.
Showing that, hey, if you want shout out, say something positive.
There you go. And Levi has just spoken on behalf of Ronbo Sports. I like that. Yes. And I sort of lean that way anyway, but I don't make it a policy. Because the Patrick Mahomes boy is still writing up little things that he needs to be slapped about. But, see, that's fine.
Don't give him the gall of the thing. Remember that person who comes in and say, notice me. That's why people do stuff. They want to be noticed.
Chicago Mike.
So if you want to be noticed, say some positive stuff.
Yeah.
That'll be my way of handling. You say that, look for someone that says something positive around them and say, okay, I'm gonna pick him.
Okay.
They're going to see it. They're going to say, oh, man, all you want to pay attention to this guy saying, go Niners. Hey, Johnson, go Niners. Right under where Patrick Mahomes saying, my homeboy saying whatever nonsense he's saying.
Yeah.
That would be my advice on that subject.
God. If they would have lost it, by the way,
sometimes you get an emotion. It'll distract you. Look for something positive.
Because the Chiefs got away the other night. I mean, I'm watching Patrick Mahomes. He looked human on a few different occasions, so I'm loving it. So, my homeboy, all he has to do is wait. They going 17-0, so that's okay.
Okay. Well, it is what it is. Anyway, the last thing, what might think happened in the offseason, my Jimmy Garoppolo thing on what happened. I think this is what happened. Obviously, they tried to trade him, but it's nothing just the price. They were asking too high. They were asking for first, second rounders. That's what I think. They weren't. I don't know if they were serious about trading him or anything, but Jimmy, there's 2 things with Jimmy that hurts him. One, he's not an elite quarterback. If you're not an elite quarterback, they ain't going to trade when you're hurt. If you're elite, everybody say you're elite, okay, we'll trade while you hurt or doing all kinds of crazy stuff because we believe the eliteness will at least get money in the seats.
Mm-hmm.
The owners can say, well, we're going to make money because people like to see elite quarterbacks. Jimmy's a winner. The only way he's going to make fans happy if he wins. If he don't win, then it's bad. So those are the things he had going for him, and then they just kind of drew it out. Kyle Shanahan said he let Jimmy know that, hey, if you want to come back, you just have to restructure your contract, but we'll be happy to have you. It might have been one of his secret plans for a little backup or whatever. I don't know. And with Jimmy, like I said,
we're gonna have to. Can you close it up really quickly? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm about to wrap it up. This is the final thing. And with Jimmy's side, I think he had offers, but they were bad offers, which is why he settled with the 49ers, and he made sure to get those clauses so he don't end up going to a bad team and ruining his key thing, which is winning. Like that's what he hangs his head on. I win. Yeah. So by having those clauses, can't keep me. That way I can leave in the off season. Everything's good.
Yeah. And
like
he can make a deal with somebody else who doesn't want to give the 49ers anything in return. Because you know what? 33 out of 39. Kyle's won 39 games and Jimmy's won 33 of them. Teams are interested in that, but they don't want to pay that big payday. They want to make their own deal with Jimmy. Anyway, I tell you what, we got to go. We're going to see you Sunday, Levi. All right?
All right. See you next time, Ronbo.
Good night.
Have a good one.
Oh, no. Here comes Marketing Pro, and he's going to educate all of us on why in the world we should realize that the Rams are the king of the NFC West. Marketing Pro, you are amusing. This is why we let you talk. Oh, by the way, let me, Patrick Hobo, I want to thank you for that contribution, though. I'm not reading your comment. You know that. Marketing Pro.
Well, yo, Ronbo, what it do? The genius is back. Didn't I tell you that hungry grizzly bear Fields was going to show Kyle what he's missing? And what happened in the second half?
He got away.
Made the adjustments. And, all these 49er fans saying, oh, that Pettis throw is lucky. Now, let me break down that Pettis play. It was a superstar play by Fields. He went misdirection. Montgomery runs his way, so he pulls two 49er defenders with him.
You didn't get blown out by the Bills.
Hey. You're a rookie. Let the pro talk. You're a rookie.
Wait.
See, that's why he's talking. That's why you're talking, because I'm about to expose that excuse right now.
Let's hear him out, and then we get him. All right, go ahead.
Okay, now, Ronbo, let's go back to that play. It was a superstar play by a future superstar Fields. When he made that misdirection run, Montgomery ran his way. He pulls two 49er defenders. And then the guy on Pettis thinks, oh, Fields can't throw that far. He runs that way too, and then Fields turns around. What a spectacular throw for that touchdown. That was all Fields. That was all Justin Fields.
Marketing Pro, I am impressed with the fact that you broke that play down, but I'm concerned with what happened with you guys. We're both 0-1. You know that, don't you?
Well, now here's what. Now the second half. Well, here's what I'm going to tell you. Pete Carroll owns Kyle. That's my second point. Y'all going to be 0-2, and it's going to be ugly.
Okay, but
I'll tell you why.
Who owns McVay, though?
I'll tell you why. Why.
If y'all lose to the Falcons, you're going to be
Kyle does not make good adjustments. Kyle, if he gets you, he's going to win. But if you put Kyle in a situation he has to make adjustments, he's barbecue chicken. Pete Carroll knows him. He knows his system. And Geno Smith is going to beat the 49ers. You heard it from Marketing Pro. As for the Rams, we're back in business. We got the Falcons.
Oh,
you better hope so.
See, that's how you lose games. That's
yeah.
You know what I like about you making that statement?
Yeah.
Now you put yourself on the hot seat, because now you're under extreme pressure. I have no real anticipation of winning the game just yet. I got to wait to see the first quarter. But you've already stated that you're going to beat the Falcons. Marketing Pro, if they beat you, we're going to love it, because that means, Marketing Pro, when you show up, you're going to show up to a welcoming committee that you're not going to be able to believe.
I will
be here.
Like he's not here.
I will be
I was
here.
busy the same thing he did against the Bills. I was busy. I had something to do.
broke
He's
down
gonna
the
do the
Bears
same
game.
thing. Don't.
Y'all made the Bears look like when I was watching the Bears
I had
Niners
something to
game.
do. I had to hide.
Let me tell you, kiddo,
dude.
you're a rookie.
Hey, you did it once.
You're a rookie.
You're gonna do it
Let the
again.
pro talk so you could take some notes and learn
You ain't
something.
a pro because you just talking.
Because you've been wrong about your predictions. Oh yeah, we're going to go into Chicago and win. Y'all made the Bears look like the Bills, like they're a college team.
Come on, dude, for blown
And
coverages
it
penalties.
was the monsoon.
No, I don't
They
wanna
can't
hear
play in the
that.
monsoon. Oh my goodness, make the 49ers do some push-ups or something. Oh, it was raining. It was tough. Come on, Justin Fields threw 2 touchdowns.
Well, it seemed like you guys were in a monsoon too with 3 fucking interceptions. What are you talking about? You may as well be playing in a monsoon yourself.
Hey, the monsoon is going to be on the 49ers by week 4. Y'all don't want to see the Rams in week 4. It's going to be 0-4.
You got going on.
Guys,
we want to see you.
Let's
week
wrap
1.
this
We
up,
just don't
guys.
control the schedule, clown.
Marketing pros getting ready to say goodnight. And guys, let's
Yo,
right there's
Ronbo,
enough.
again,
Okay,
let me just shout out Ronbo Sports. Like, subscribe, share. The rest of those podcasts of the 49ers are cuckoo heads.
You tell
Ronbo
yourself
the
you were
OG.
half-ass night and
And like I told you, man, it was
You
fun
always on
schooling you,
here.
and I
You
broke
half-ass
down that
night.
Fields
You
play
just
like
don't
a pro.
admit it,
That
'cause you
was
don't.
all skill. That was all skills.
Right.
He
no
kept
damn
reading
skill.
the field.
Mighty Pro,
He didn't give up.
Production's getting ready to cut us off. Let's just all right. We'll talk later.
Yeah, 3 interceptions is straight skill.
It's gonna be over.
Anyway, let's oh boy, thanks for the contribution. He's up there with his more comments if you have any concern about what he's saying. Hey Steven in Rome. Come on in, Steve. Rome. Steven.
What's up, Ronbo?
Steven, I know because Steven had his hands over little Rome's ears so he didn't have to hear all that nonsense. Thanks, Steven. Come on in. We were talking about the Rams. I'm not. God, now look at he's got me scarred up. The Seahawks game is coming up.
I ain't even worried about the Rams, Ronbo.
No,
I'm really not.
No.
They're the last people on my mind that I even consider like a threat now. After seeing what the Bills did to them and seeing how Josh Allen manhandled that corner and seeing how, Aaron Donald got pushed around.
They're still
I don't
soft.
give a damn what.
They're still soft.
They're soft. They're soft. And knowing that Matthew Stafford threw how many interceptions, I don't give a fuck what he does with himself anymore. But I will say this. I am a little nervous. I mean, not really, kind of, but not really. One of the Seahawks actually got injured with a season-ending injury, a torn quad. I can't remember which Seahawks, but it's
Jamal Adams.
There it is.
The Pro Bowl
Jamal
safety.
Adams.
Yeah.
Yep. Jamal Adams. So
Did
without
you
him,
say just small?
Yeah, just small. Just small Adams.
I think I've heard that before, but Jamal got paid, and he'll be watching the game in the comfort of his home and ordering pizzas up, and yeah.
Damn well he's gonna be like, damn, good thing that ain't me. That's probably his mentality. Like, shit, it couldn't be me. No, thank you. I got paid already. Oh, but we still have to worry about. Wait, no, I don't. Do we have to worry about anybody? I mean,
we
other
shouldn't
than Michael
have to.
Jackson.
And I see because like Steven Syka pointed out, they slide slimy by. The Hawks know we've had them outgunned, outmanned, and somehow people sitting. And Steven, I'm starting to believe it a little bit too. Does Pete Carroll just have the keys to the car? Does he know how to beat no matter what we do? He can still beat Kyle Shanahan? Because when you beat him this many times, you start to scratch your head. My confidence is a little shaken. So, Kyle, please, outduel him this time.
Well, you know what's even more wild, Ronbo, is that Pete Carroll has beaten the 49ers throughout almost his entire tenure with the Seahawks.
I know.
And that's the scary part. So, yeah, it's kind of like the movie Waterboy where that coach just gets in that other coach's head. I forget what the coach's name is. Coach Klein. Yeah. It's like where he gets in his head and he's just like, he's got him pegged every time, no matter what corner he turns. I don't know. You got me thinking. But you know what? If we play good and we limit those penalties, because I look back at that game back in Chicago, and it's the penalties that killed us. I mean, we gave up 95 yards in penalties.
99.
95 yards. Oh, 90. That's even worse. We gave up 99 yards in penalties. We literally walked them from one end of the field to the next just off of penalties. So if we can limit that, we're set. We're golden, because that game was supposed to be ours had we had not done those bonehead-ass penalties.
Anytime you get
you know
100 yards, yes, you're going to give yourself. You're digging a hole.
Yeah, you just keep, and they kept digging, Ronbo. They kept digging. But and it's the same thing with what happened in Denver. You know, not in Denver, but in Seattle when they played Denver. Those bonehead-ass penalties. And it seems like, you know, every team in the NFL right now is making those bonehead-ass penalty plays.
You know, because early in the season, teams aren't quite as disciplined as they're going to get later. But you're right.
So I think with a little bit more of a tight ship, you know, if D'Amico Ryans tightens up the belt, I think we'll be all right. You know, in reality, I mean, Samuel Womack, I love that kid, man. That guy's great. Talano Hufunga, you know, if you're going to keep that same energy and play like Ronnie Lott and like play like, you know, Troy Polamalu, keep it throughout the entire game.
Yeah.
Don't show up
Don't
first
take your foot off the gas.
and then fall off third, you know. But we
You know,
got to see our boy Trey.
I do. They've always got these doomsday players in Seattle that suddenly, you know, how are we going to stop Metcalf? You know, Tyler Lockett made one reception last week. But they got these other two guys that aren't on anybody's hit parade, and they made plays against Denver. So Pete has figured out, well, they're going to go after Tyler. They're going to go after DK. I'm going to use you two guys. And you see them in the locker room. You two guys are going to be the stars today. Dissel? What is a Dissel? And then the other guy. I don't even I said, who are these people? Oh!
I know what you're talking about.
God. So,
you know what, Ronbo? There's one thing that Seattle is notorious for, and it's the reason why Russell Wilson went. And it's that offensive line. And that front four that we have, it's going to go right through that offensive line. And so Geno Smith is not going to know how to handle having Javon Kinlaw, Nick Bosa, Drake Jackson, who else? Eric Armstead, all coming at him at one time. You know, we have to worry about. We don't really have to worry about Lockett.
Stephen Chubb, and they got a guy on the other side of Chubb. Who is that? You know, it's hard to explain what happened. I'm going to watch that game again. Because I always watch the game the teams were playing. I want to watch that game again. I want to see how did that miracle unfold. And I know about the 1-yard stops and Seattle should have scored more, but that's Russell Dan Wilson. Anyway, Stephen, you know, I see it's freaking me out. Let me get your score so we can see you for Sunday.
I wouldn't worry about it too much.
What do you got for a score?
Say, oh boy, I think San Francisco over by 7.
Okay.
So I want to say 21.
19.
Yeah, 21-19. Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be tough, but it's gonna be fun, Ronbo.
I hope so. I'd like to have fun. I never have fun when we play
away
the Hawks. All right. We'll see. We got to go.
If Trey stays away from the and he does good,
yeah,
you know,
we'll be okay.
And
the defense doesn't find a way to flounder. All right. Anyway,
yeah.
Stephen, have a great night. You and Rome. I'll see you guys Sunday. Thanks, fam.
All right. See you.
All right. Oh, here he is, the other guy who knows how to make intelligent bets and has made lots of money. Shabazz!
Hey, Ronbo.
Well, Shabazz, we're playing that team. You know who I mean, that team. Every year this time, I wonder what's going to happen. And my worst fears have come to light too many times. Shabazz, what are you thinking, though? I mean, because I know you study these things up really hard before you go out and make them wagers. Go ahead.
First and foremost, it's not going to rain that hard. We're going to rain maybe before the game, around in the morning 9. It should be clearing up about noon.
They'll have a tarp.
It's not expected to start back to between 5 and 8 later that evening, the rain. Second, Vegas knows what they're doing because they got a set at 9. So everybody saw Geno Smith Monday, and I've heard all the emotions flying, and everybody's feeling good. So everybody's going to take the under, and everybody's going to take Seattle on the points. It's going to be nice that day in Ronbo. We will beat them. The Niners will cover.
Okay. 10. We'll beat by 9.5 to 10. Right.
Yeah. The Niners will cover. Vegas is throwing it out there, but everybody's looking at that nine like, nah, Vegas, y'all crazy. Y'all ain't gonna be that much, and it's gonna rain. So I'm going to be prepared for the rain because I'm flying out in the morning. I'll be at the game. I'll be in my seats, but I still see the 49ers covering the spread, and we'll take care of business. Don't worry.
And just for the reason you just stated, Vegas knows that if they put that out there that wide, that nobody's going to take it. They'll take the Hawks, and Vegas will clean house. No,
yeah, Vegas going to clean. Because everybody's going to be like, he beat Russell Wilson. Dude, Russell Wilson in Denver threw that game. Their rookie coach didn't know what the heck he was doing, man. It was obvious.
You hear some of the things he said after the game? He'll be there another 6 weeks at the most, talking like he's talking.
Who's trying to kick a 64-yard field goal? Are you crazy?
You got a Hall of Fame quarterback. You fourth and what in the game? You got a better chance of moving the ball than you do kicking that 64-yard field. You damn fool. I loved it.
So don't worry about it, y'all. Just get your popcorn ready. You know, I just want to know after when we win this game, everybody in there that say Trey can't read the defense, because what everybody keep forgetting, if it's dry, Kittle gonna be on the field, and if Kittle's on the field, Kittle's gonna score a touchdown. Win, right? Trey gonna end up with 2 touchdowns, throwing one rushing, and I just want to hear all the naysayers after this game, you know, because that's what they living for. Like, calm down. And I got a spoiler of the week for all y'all, because Shabazz gives y'all a spoiler every week. My spoiler of the week, and y'all gonna think I'm crazy on this one. Well, 2. Saints will beat Tampa this week, and Cooper Rush will take Dak Prescott's job this week. He'll start, and he'll beat the Bengals, and Jerry will never sit him again.
I love that second one, because you know what, Shabazz? The Saints beating Tampa Bay the Saints can't beat Tampa Bay. They beat them since Tom's been there, but this is Cooper Rush, and Dak is done. Dak is done. That has a ring to it.
Dak is done. Watch when Cooper Rush come out. Listen, it's gonna be bulletin board materials, and Stephen A. Smith ain't gonna have nothing to say Monday. And Skip gonna be all down Shannon's throat. So hey, you heard it here from Shabazz. I gave y'all the upset of the week, and now y'all know who I'm taking. If y'all can't read between the lines, then hey, just ignore good old Shabazz.
Never do that, Shabazz. Okay, so we're gonna cover the spread, Shabazz. But how many points are we? What's going to be the how many points are we going to generate on offense?
31-17, Ronbo.
31-17 for Shabazz.
31.
All right, I like that, because that means the 49ers offense will really be they'd be rolling. They scored 31 points. That means they're back to scoring lots, and prolific offense is what we need. Because, you know, if Debo can get unwind, and I feel he's going to be running a lot this week since Elijah Mitchell's not going to be out there, so we might not suffer.
So there it is, and then I will tap back in with you, and then after all them games on Sunday, y'all just call me what my boy used to call me when I was in the Army, the Great Bazzini. There it is, man.
I like that. I got to remember that with the Great Bazzini. All right, Shabazz. I tell you what, I'll be looking for you Sunday, Bazzini, the great one.
All right. That's what it is. When my predictions go right, Ronbo, I just need to hear it. There's the Great Bazzini. He struck again. So I will check in with y'all. Shout out to you, Ronbo. Shout out to production. I appreciate y'all always having me. Shout out to my people in Memphis. Shout out to my man Leon in SoCal. Like, that's my dog, no cap. Like, he's always been there. He's a great friend, and he's a 49 faithful. And we take care of business, and then we'll be on to the week after. But we'll definitely all be happy come Sunday.
Looking forward to it. All right, fam. Have a great night.
All right,
Shabazz, the great Bazzini has spoken. All right, fam.
All right.
Victor, hey, Victor says, Seattle running backs, I don't care. I don't know why, but they seem to always have their way with us, too. Penny gave us the business last year, too. You know, in watching Rashard, Okay, Patrick. Thank you, Patrick, for that contribution. Watching Rashard run though last week, it was a little concerning.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? We're gonna stop him. Yo, T-Flow.
Yo, what up, Ronbo?
T-Flow. Hey, hi, Allie. Yes. She's not showering this time. Allie has to be one of the cleanest wives on the planet. Hey, yo, T-Flow, you know what we're talking about, man. I'm concerned about, as always, the Hawks. I'll never actually expose my real feelings about a team, but the Hawks always make me tired. I'm so tired of them, fam. T-Flow, what do you see coming up this weekend?
Nah, you know what? Like, it should be an easy win, but for some reason,
we always make it.
Kyle Shanahan does not know how to coach when he plays against good coaches. It's like he has the roster. Look at Pete Carroll. He doesn't have a roster, and he goes and gives us games.
Mm-hmm.
And when he gets a quarterback, he knows how to beat us.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not afraid to call the same plays over and over again of what works. Kyle Shanahan doesn't. He likes to be like, you know what? If we this play went good, but we got to keep on scheming to make that play again. Instead, it'll be like, you know what? Stop us if you can. Just like how we did in the running game against Green Bay. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. Because he has to learn how to rotate the running back.
Yeah.
Adjust. That's the one thing, because his script is excellent. But whenever he's down, or whenever they're stopping whatever offense that he's trying to do, Kyle does not know how to adjust. He does not know how to tweak it up and just concentrates on the defense to bail him out.
And and Tifo, you point out something that he's gotten worse at the last couple of seasons. He used to go at the halftime, and the 49ers would come out and they'd look a lot different in the second half. Last week, not scoring any points in the second half, that was weird. I said, Kyle, what did you guys talk about at the halftime? Oh no!
Right? And not only that, like, he drafted what you call it, the wide receiver for the speed, and doesn't even dress him. He drafted a third-round draft pick running back, doesn't even dress him.
And that 4-3 actually translates on the field. A lot of guys run fast, but it doesn't show up on the football field. This guy, according to everybody on the team, it does. Kyle, you need him to implicate for the rest of your plays. You need him out there to make everything else work. No, Danny Gray will not be playing today. I almost passed out. What? Why?
When I saw that, I was like, Kyle does not want to win, because you gotta throw deep a couple of times just to make the opposing defense honest.
I was thinking maybe he was worried about that dude running on the wet, or maybe he's got a slight injury. But otherwise, it made no sense.
One was crazy because we all know Pete Carroll's more of a defensive coach.
Yeah.
All right. The rookie, first time ever head coach, when they made that pick on Trey Lance, they called it right because that safety knew where it was going. And we all know Kyle, like, I think the whole faithful knows what Kyle likes to do, what he likes to run.
Mm-hmm.
But now we have a deep threat in Danny Gray. Why don't you use him? And
also we got to remember, Danny Gray may have done something in practice. You know how Kyle is. Once he gets mad at a player,
I don't think that is. You want to know what I think what it is? He's a rookie. He doesn't know best.
Yeah, but you know what?
That's what I think.
With
he
his
doesn't know my
speed,
system.
I would not care. Just here's what I want you to do. I'm gonna have you run the go routes a lot today, okay? And then maybe now I'll run a slant, but mostly you're gonna be taking the top off this defense.
That's it.
I don't know why.
Good.
There's nothing to complicate with him. I got Ayuk to run
all you
some of the best routes.
All you gotta do is do a fade, do a seam, do a post, do a
I got Jawan Jennings to take care of everything else. I just need for you to ruin what they're looking at, and he will. But you got to put him out there.
Like I said a long time ago, Kyle Shanahan's greatest weakness is that he thinks he's too smart, like he's smarter than everybody, and that's what messes him up.
Yeah,
because he's trying to overdo things too much. Because we all know that, like,
There's a reason why you drafted a speedster with the 4.2, 4.3 speed. There's a reason why you did that, just to make the running backs and Ayuk or Debo for the middles, but you have to throw the ball deep, because if not, because once you throw the ball deep, there's gonna be a safety covering that little deep post. Or just covering that wherever
and that's going to take him out of the play to play defense. You know what though? Even I noticed Mahomes, you got to be able to have an intermediate game, because you got to take what the defense gives you, and a lot of times defenses can be weak on different parts of the field. So I understand that concept, but at the same time,
as of right now, all the defense knows it's all intermediate.
Yeah, so you got to fool them with something every now.
Everybody knows that against the Niners. Yeah. Everybody knows they're going to run and intermediate and screens
and Debo
reverses. Everybody knows that.
And Debo, and you know what's so bad? They're going to get used to Debo coming around that corner. D-Flow ran the clock. What do you got for a score in this game?
Man, it should be a blowout, but we are playing the Seahawks. It's going to be one hell of a close game, because we still haven't seen Kyle Shanahan knowing how to make adjustments and knowing supposedly he's the greatest offensive coordinator. So it's going to be a close game. I'm going to say, 23-17.
Yeah, we're all in the same place with the score. Most of the time, we're right. All right. D-Flow, Allie, I'll see you Sunday, okay?
Buenas noches.
Let's get a little Niners shout-out.
Can't do. Niners! Buenas noches, Allie. All right, D-Flow. Have a good night.
Go Niners.
All right, Ronbo, have a good night.
Yo, Frank. Frank's putting that ketchup on that fish sandwich. And it put the pickles on there. Put the hot sauce on Frank. Get in here, Frank.
What's up, Ronbo?
Ah, the Hawks are up. Frank, man, I don't want to be messing with these people. See, because like some people think, man, y'all crying and they got Geno. Man, there's something else going on with that uniform or something. But you know what the star of that team might be? And nobody ever gives him enough credit for it? Damn, Pete Carroll. You know what? I've always said it's all about Wilson. It's Pete. He went in there and beat his own boy. He beat Russell. What? So anyway, what's going to happen this week?
Denver shot themselves in the foot. But,
they did. But who else does that? We do that all the time. We could beat them left, right, up and down, sideways, and we still find a way to shoot ourselves in the foot. Most of the time that would happen. The last few years, that's always the case. Everybody lets the Hawks have things. Hey, man. We ain't doing it this week, though, are we?
Well, like I've been saying, Ronbo, Cal, this is man. You're supposed to put his, his whole handprint on this football team, man. So it's everything falling to Cal doorstep, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything, man. The buck stop at his door. Everything stop on him. So right now when I look at turn on ESPN or just turn on, looking at Undisputed or everything, or just any network, we like a soap opera.
I know, right?
All you hear, Trey Lance, Jimmy G this, but all this fall on Cal and John, man. You should have
got them announcers fighting with each other.
Yeah, it's a soap opera. You know what I'm saying? You just rock with Trey, man. This is team. You should have just cut ties with Jimmy. That's why, shout out to Trey, because he said it a couple of weeks ago about, everything. They're gonna cause chaos. Every time Trey don't play good, put Jimmy in the game. Or when Trey do play good, that's why they went up 3 draft picks to get him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Trey's
now
got
it's
nothing
like
to worry about.
Soap opportunity, man. It's a roller coaster.
But that's what the networks
right now, so.
and the fans. Kyle ain't talking that way. I guarantee you, Kyle look like Yo-Yo Man.
No, he not.
If he pulls Trey out anytime soon.
But you never know. Cal can get nervous, man. And we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. You get what I'm saying? It's just the unknown. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's a mystery with our team. We need to have a reality show. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need to be on.
That's why Kyle never does Hard Knocks.
Yeah, but I say, man,
it's all on the teams we supposed to beat. You know, like the Bears, we should have beat them.
Oh.
But you know, like now Seattle. I mean, you don't underestimate none of your opponents. You know what I'm saying? I respect each opponent. You know what I'm saying? Like this the NFL. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta respect who you facing, who you going against, especially Pete Carroll record against ours is you know what I'm saying, remarkable. You know, fantastic against us. You know, so Cal just got to coach better. He got to know how to adjust. And that's the main word I've been hearing all night. You know, he don't know how to adjust. Whatever offense he called and the person get hurt, he don't know how to, you know, he don't know how to adjust. Put someone else in the game or just, just adjust, call a different play call or whatever, you know. For real, I want Papa Don to be out. I mean, I was named Papa be out coach. Papa, man, get good insight on the team, man, and everything. Go ahead and put your application there, Papa, man. Go ahead and come sign for the next head coach, man. I like Papa, man. I definitely
Papa
like
D? Yeah, Dragon.
You know, Papa Dragon, man. Yeah, so your child to you, Papa Dragon. Go ahead and be the next San Fran head coach, man. I love the way, you know, I
let's
break it down, you know what I'm saying?
Chill Pill Phil is assistant coach. And get Tony in there as a coordinator.
Yeah, Chill Pill is assistant coach. Yeah, you're right. You got that right. Yeah. But I mean, Ronbo, we got too good of a team, Ronbo, to be, you know, for you know, like hiccups, you know, all set. Like it's all coaching, man. So we'll see if they correct their mistakes they did from week one. So we'll see what happens, you know, Sunday. I mean, I don't predict no score. I just hope we win. You know, at the end of the day, you know.
So are you hoping I'm gonna put a W next? I'm gonna put a W next to your name.
Of course. We hope get a W, man, and you know. So that's it, Ron. I don't have much to say, man. That's about it, man. Love you, Ronbo. Shout out to the faithful, man. Fish sandwich on me, y'all. Have a good one, Ron.
Thanks, man. But I gotta get fries too. All right.
You want fries? Okay. What you want? Caesar fries?
Yeah, definitely. Lots of spice.
All right, man. I got you, Ronbo. Have a good one, Ronbo.
You
all
too.
Right,
Frank. Emilio. All right, Emilio. Cut you loose now. Because it's time. Hey, Market Pro, get ready. Latino Heat. Emilio, you can cut loose on him now.
He's just full of. I'm trying to keep it clean. He's full of crap. You know, he always comes out here talking about I'm right. You know what I'm doing. You've been wrong more than 80% of the time, and you still come on. Like I said, Rumble, I understand you give him, you know, you let him talk because he comes on the show. But dude, Marketing Pro, just stop it, dude. You got blown out by a team. Your quarterback throws 3 interceptions. If you guys lose to the Falcons, don't come on here no more. Just don't.
Tony.
You know, like I said, we all make predictions. Yes, it's wrong, but dude, if they lose to the Falcons, dude, it's just gonna be sad. You dudes will not win another game if you guys lose to the Falcons.
They can do it, Emilio. The Falcons can beat them. I just know it.
Oh, they can't, dude. If we lost to the Bears just because of the miscues on defense,
Falcons definitely beat. Yes,
dude. Just don't let that. If that happens, dude, Marketing Pro needs to shut up and stay off of here. Just period, point blank, period.
Him and Rudy be tag teaming. But see, the reason I like to keep them around, because see, when something goes south, and either you know it's gonna go south at some point, I want to be able to find them.
You know? Trust me. If they lose, like I just told him, if they lose, he's gonna make an excuse. Rumble, I was busy. I had something to do. Just like with the Bills game, I'm gonna make a damn excuse why you wasn't on here, dude. No.
Wait, what was the excuse that night they lost? What did he say?
He might show up because I said something to him.
Yeah.
He said, Rumble, I'll make sure if we lose, we show up. He's only going to show up because I said something. Guarantee if I didn't say nothing, he would have not showed up. He would have made an excuse. Like, Rumble, I'm here Monday. Look at this. Just watch. Just watch it. I'm telling you how it's going to go down. They lose, he might make an excuse talking about why he didn't come up, or he's going to come up because I said something to him.
Wait, but do you remember, what was the excuse? He already offered excuses as to why they lost to the Bills.
He made a stupid excuse why he wasn't here to Rumble. I was busy. I heard everybody say something. He's making an excuse.
Yeah, he watches, though. What did he say?
No,
he gave reasons the next day as to why they lost.
No, but he had said, no, I get that, but he had said, win or lose, I'll be on here. He didn't show up that Thursday. He made an excuse. Rumbo. This. I said, dude, you full of shit, dude. Now because I said something, he's going to show up. if they lose.
Bait him up. I love it.
And if they win, he's going to pop up and praise.
Yeah. See, that's why we got to give Chicago Mike. We got to give him some credit. He ain't said a word. But Emil, let's get what you got. What's going to happen this Sunday with us?
No, it's always divisional game. But you know what I did realize about this game, Ronbo?
What?
Pete Carroll took out a page out of Shanahan. He did the same thing. Jimmy just dunk and dunk that ball to win that game. They couldn't stop it. Came to half, the Broncos were stopping all that. So like you said, it's a copycat league, as everybody knows.
Look at the Chiefs. The Chiefs have started doing Shanahan offense. That's whatever it takes. Get the ball in the playmakers' hands, take the stress off the offensive line, and then when they suddenly aren't watching, boom, drop that puppy downfield. It works.
No, it is. No. We'll beat the
Rams.
Seahawks.
They don't like to do that. So we got to do the same. They're going to play our game against us. So we'll beat them at that. Because they don't, Geno's not Russell Wilson. I don't know how he lost the Denver. I still don't know how they got away with Denver.
Yeah.
Of course, Denver made some mistakes, though.
No, like I said, you got to realize the only reason the Broncos even lost that game is because two fumbles on the goal line.
Right at the one.
If you look at the stats, exactly. If you look at the stats, Russell Wilson killed that defense.
300-something yards.
He ran like, what, 340
yards.
We almost had 400 yards throwing that ball. If it wasn't for those fumbles because of the running back, let's say if it was Marshawn back there, Marshawn wouldn't have fumbled that ball at the 1 yard line.
No way.
You got to think about it. I said, Pete Carroll got away with it.
Yeah, I don't know what's Rashard Penny. I thought he was supposed to be good. So
if you look at our game, we lost that game because of our, mostly because of our defense gave up those
flags.
We would have never lost that game.
15 yards.
It's okay.
Third down, those happened a couple times.
There's no excuses. Like I said, there's no excuses. We lost. It's okay. On to the next game. All they got to do is defense got to brush it off. Like, all right, we just got to brush it off. Get on to the next week. Let's beat the Seahawks.
Which is what
we got to do.
And what's going to be the score here? Since we got this made.
It's going to be a close game. I say 21-17. It'll be a close game.
We got the same score. I got you by 1 point less. But, yeah. All right.
That's it. That's it.
We got this.
We're going to win. It's going to be a far game to the end. Just because it's always divisional game.
And we're going to pull it out in the fourth quarter. I hate fourth quarter games. I want to see domination from beginning to end. You're never going to get that against the Hawks, but I'd love to see it. I tell you what, I'm going to see you Sunday.
And all the naysayers, they're going to say, they're going to start talking about Trey. Oh, Trey, this, and that.
Every week.
Man. The man's 21. Let that man have fun. I was 20. I was in my 20s. Had fun. I went to strip clubs. I did all this.
Don't tell us everything. Because Emilio, I know you was terrible. All right.
But you have a good night.
You too, Emilio.
Marty King Pro, you full of shit. Have a good night, sir.
Night, fam.
All right. Rudy, you too.
Yeah, with them $2 cigars. Hey, and Barack O'Leary says 23-14. Seattle Hawks. Big
it's a divisional game, Ron.
The bigger threat than Chicago. Brock works on those. Night, fam. All right. Thanks,
have a good
Brock.
night, sir. And all the family. Shout out to TNT and everybody else out there. Good night.
All right. Night, Emilio. Hey, Ellis. Ellis. Oh, Ellis.
Ron Bizzle.
All right, Ellis. It's that time. On the calendar with the Hawks. Because I get, last week, I can actually get over the Hawks. I mean, the Chicago Bulls game, Bears. But I know how long it takes me to get over a Hawks loss. Ellis, it's taking me up to 4 to 5 weeks. Even if we're winning afterward. I just, I hate losing to that team. Here we go. We got to beat them, Ellis. Is there any reason why we shouldn't that you think of? Am I a little over-concerned about anything other than the fact that we're going to win? What do you think?
I mean, concern is justified.
Mm-hmm.
We know the grudge match. We know the We know what those games entail for us.
Mm-hmm. We've been there too many times.
Yeah, and they got they got more W's in the battlefield than us. So
Oh, that's right.
it's justified.
I had an argument with that, and somebody gave me the digits. I think Seattle has us by 4 or 5 games as far as head-to-head confrontations down through the years. I was sick. I just knew that wasn't right.
Yeah.
I had to shut up. God dang it. This is a history. But go ahead.
Even before Russell Wilson came around, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always been something. When they had Alexander and Hasselbeck, you know what I mean? They used to, it's been a grudge match since way back then. So
it's some ugly uniforms, a distraction.
Yeah, they're horrible. It's there's no such thing as a Seahawk, but anyway.
I love to ask what I say, guys. What is a Seahawk? You know what answer I got that still pisses me off? It's a Gothic name. You guys got to know when you play the Seahawks, you're dealing with immortality. Oh, dude, you know what? God, Jesus, bring your face over here so I can slap it. You guys ain't got nothing Gothic about you. Okay, don't get started on that because I get some arguments with some really people about the Hawks.
Yeah, they just say anything sometimes. But whether we get sunshine, we got rain. It sounds like it's gone up the percentage of us having the possibility of rain. I know Trey and hopefully not just Trey practicing throwing with a wet ball, but it's, the other guys just kind of doing things because you have to prepare yourself. With your footing, your equilibrium and stuff like that, getting low enough,
that ball slips. As a quarterback, that ball slips off that wet hand, doesn't it? And usually rises, doesn't it? It will just slip.
Yeah.
It can go either down or up.
Yeah, and it gets heavier, so it's kind of just it's a lot of different things that you're having to adjust to, and mechanically while you're throwing, that's a different set. So you have your own natural set of mechanics and the ways that you throw and the motion and stuff like that. You have to adjust those kind of things to compensate for the heaviness of the ball, and also it being slippery and not being able to get the proper grip on it. So, but Trey threw some lasers out there, some really, great passes that you wouldn't expect for somebody to throw, be able to throw in that weather. So he's making it. I think he's mentally keeping the tabs on that kind of stuff, and he'll be ready to let it go. I think this week, and Seahawks not having Jamal Adams is a good thing for us. They do got a solid defense. They are coming out there flying and hitting. They got that guy Jordan something, that linebacker that they got that's been playing good. He's supposed to be like a replacement for what's his name that's over there in L.A. now.
Yeah, Bobby. Yeah.
Yeah, Bob. Yeah. So I mean, and then they got that running back Kenneth Walker from Michigan State. He's a bad boy.
Yeah.
He's a bad boy. I watched him play at Michigan State. That boy can run. He can run with that ball. So
he's running last week.
It'll be good for the defense to come out and fly and let him know, welcome him to the to the 49er linebacker and defense. It'd be nice for him to get some eat some grass a bit. So hopefully the guys are coming out ready for that, because they're gonna come with it, man. So we can't take this lightly. It's just the mistakes that we can't afford to have, which is the continuous thing. We always beat ourselves. Nobody's really just cleaning us up like
getting 100 yards of penalties.
Yeah, and I mean, if you think about the Rams, the Rams had 3 interceptions. They still got their asses whooped, and Josh Allen gave them the ball back twice too. He threw 2 interceptions, and they still got smoked the way that they did. So there's a big difference between us and them. I think that's what Judy and company need to recognize. So, but we're going to be good. This is going to be a solid game for us. My score, I got 24-17. I'm not going to, go too crazy with it, but I think that's a solid, enough score. We got to get to Geno quick. He's doing some good hitching and moving around in the pocket, stuff like that. He looked like he was comfortable. Geno's been sitting the bench for a long time, man. So this is like a long time coming. He's got a lot of confidence, in himself, and he's not a terrible, quarterback. He's not,
Now That's true. He has been underrated. He just needed to get out there and get some regular snaps. And you know what? I got to tell you, I think that regularity has brought out a Geno Smith that we haven't seen in a long time. He looked damn good last week, and he was hitting people perfect. I said, who is that? Is that Geno Smith? That's ain't Geno Smith.
Yeah.
It is Geno Smith. God, Jamaica.
For sure. So. Yeah, man, he's going to come out to play. So we got to kind of humble him down, bring him back down to reality when it comes to at least playing us. He played a strong game last week. They had a good game last week. The Broncos just were giving up too much. Giving the ball back too many times and not completing. Yeah, man, when you capitalize off of turnovers, that's where the lead starts to grow. So if we get 2-3 turnovers next week. Yep. We should score off of every possession that we get back. That's how you get into the 30s and 40s. You know what I mean? Because offensively, marching down the field when you get the ball, and then when you get turnovers from the defense and our pick sixes and stuff like that, then we're able to capitalize off of those turnovers, even offensively at that point. We just have to learn how to be able to do that, take advantage of each opportunity that we get the ball. If we do that, then that's how you win the game, So, but we'll see what happens. I see us with the W regardless. Yeah. Shabazz was right though last week, man, with that bear stuff. But it wasn't because they just beat us. Like I said, if you just whoop our ass, then there's nothing we could do about it. We gave them the game. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, we just got to cut that out. Please. Hopefully Kyle's gonna cut the shit, because sometimes, man, Kyle's just really his rationale is kind of. He's on Jupiter.
And he comes out after the game and sounds so blasé.
We need him on Earth.
Yeah. All right, fam. Yeah. I'll see you Sunday. And we'll be saying, I don't even know what I was worried about. I can't wait to say it.
Yeah. It's going to be good, Ronbo. Yeah. It's going to be, it's a game, this week too. Game 2 of the season. We've been waiting for this all off season. So let's go in strong. Let's take it home.
Yes.
All right, fam.
All right, fam. Shout out to the squad. I'll look for you Sunday. Thanks, fam.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Make sure I hit the like and subscribe. You know where you're at, man. Wipe your feet. Shout out to the faithful. And, shout out to Tony Wright in Atlanta, man. Y'all go ahead and beat the brakes off them Rams, man.
God.
Peace.
Oh. Thanks, Ellis. Night, fam. Oh, thought that the Falcons beat Rams. Marketing Pro, I want you to come in and give us a half an hour of excuses. If y'all lose to the Falcons, as much as you just got through saying, don't even worry about that. The night you love, Nate. Come on in, fam.
I got somebody giving me some money. So either tomorrow or Sunday. I go back to work on Sunday.
I understand that you just gave me $50 since I've been back. At least it would come. You know what I mean?
We're getting too much. All right. Oh, speaking of Atlanta, Tony.
Ronbo, good evening. How are you, sir?
Tony, I'm good. And you know what? If this same smile I'm feeling, if you guys can just beat the Rams and Marketing Pro and ready to go, it will be such a wonderful thing. and we can just get past the Hawks. It'll be the most wonderful Monday I can remember in a long time.
We're coming after him. I told him in my chat that I hope our defensive coordinator realizes that Golden Boy, he's going to be trying to get Allen Robinson involved since he wasn't involved
last week, right?
In the first, yeah.
Tony, you're a little faint, a little weaker than usual. What are you doing different? Because I've not got much volume here.
Can you hear me now?
That's a little better. All right, go ahead, continue.
Yeah. So we got to put pressure on the Golden Boy. Because I hope they throw the ball over 50 times.
Yeah, well, it'll be around there. Matthew Stafford will have no arm left by week 5. Promise. I mean, they hate to run the ball, Tony. They hate to run that ball.
And I also heard, which I could care less, I heard that No Bloom is going to be out. That's bad news.
And he wasn't that good. So whoever's replacing him.
No, he's not that good anyway. Yep. I heard that No Bloom is out and their center is out. So they're going to have a backup center.
Ooh.
Grady Jarrett's going to eat.
I forgot about that. He got the centers, but I've been knowing about that for a minute. I didn't know about No Boom. No Boom played one game, and he didn't play that good. And he got hurt. Doing what? Looking bad? Oh. Oh,
And Rudy was hyping that guy all summer. Remember?
Wasn't he? Every time he said, guys, no Whitworth this year, Rudy. What are you going to do now for protection? Well, we've got a guy, Noteboom, was stepping up and doing a really good job.
Yeah.
Rudy! Noteboom!
A wasted second-round pick out of TCU, Bo Bloom. If they're going to have a backup center and a backup left tackle, they're in trouble because Arnold Ebiketie, our second-round pick, he got his first sack last week. Right. Grady Jarrett had a sack and a half last week.
Hey, so you guys got edges?
Lorenzo Carter had a sack last week. And our inside linebacker, Michael Walker, had a sack on a blitz last week of famous James.
You know what? I'm going to finish watching the game. I watched a few minutes last. What was it? That's a lot of totals. That's a lot of stats.
Yeah. We had 5 sacks last week.
Tony, that's up from last year's because weekly totals on those stacks and that kind of defense, it wasn't happening yet, was it?
Yeah, but we drafted 2 edge rushers. Hopefully, because D'Angelo Malone, was a late scratch. He wasn't hurt. You know how they got to have a 53-man roster.
Right.
But I hope he plays because that kid's got a motor, Ronbo. D'Angelo Malone was the kid that caused part of the demise of who was that guy? The right tackle you and I was talking about for the Raiders. How he was beating them at the Senior Bowl.
I can't think of his name.
Alabama.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about because I was watching that. I can't remember his name.
D'Angelo Malone had two sacks in the 2.5 sacks in the Senior Bowl itself. I want to get that kid on the field.
See,
go along with Ebiketie.
Because the thing is, as I said, the Rams are going to run that. They're not going to run the ball. If they insist on setting Matthew Stafford up as a target, then gun him down. It's really he gets forced into getting rid of the ball quick, and like he did last week, and there it is, pick city.
I'm gonna tell you something else. Drake London is gonna eat Jalen Ramsey alive. I hope they don't put Jalen Ramsey on Drake London.
Well, now, is Drake your number? Is he considered your number one receiver? Drake's going to be after. He's going to get Kyle Pitts. Who's your top receiver right now after 1 week?
Drake London. He had like 89 yards last week.
Did he? Mariota. Yep. He and Mariota have a connection already.
They didn't throw to Kyle Pitts last week. They didn't throw to Kyle a lot, but they better throw to him this week.
Maybe they want to develop Drake and bring him up to speed because they already know Kyle Pitts' capabilities. You just want to get Drake really acclimated and see what they can get him into. It's like you look at Mike Wilson, not Mike Wilson. What's his name for the Chargers that couldn't be stopped yesterday?
Mike Williams.
Williams, yeah.
Mike Williams.
Williams went buck wild. I said, damn. I said, what's his name's out right now, and Williams is eating. And I mean, he's eating. I thought they were going to beat him up. And then, of course, we know what happened. Still, Williams, damn.
Yeah, I liked him coming out of Clemson, but I knew we weren't going to draft him. Mike Williams is a beast. But Ronbo, Cordell Patterson had 122 yards rushing last week.
I saw that. Yeah. That was a highlight reel. Yeah. You guys got too many weapons offensively. The Rams can't stop all that.
Mm-hmm. And I was telling them, I said, we need to run it down their throats. It'll set up play action. Oh, we need to throw. No. I said, you think you can't run on the Rams? Go look at L.A., San Francisco, both of their games last year on YouTube.
Love running against them. They finally caught up with us last time because Trent Williams wasn't healthy. But normally, yeah, you can run all day on L.A. Come on, man.
Yeah, and I told them, well, what about Aaron Donald? Run right at him. After 49ers, run right at him.
This is
He's
why
not that good against the run.
When Marketing Pro, some of these other guys said, "We got Aaron Donald." Well, could be the greatest. No, he doesn't say could be. That's the greatest defender of all time. I said, Aaron Donald's one-dimensional. He's great at what he does, but if I want to run the ball, I'm not worried about Aaron Donald. I can't say that about so many other guys down through the years. So, you better not run the ball too much at Nick.
And Drew Dahlman is doing a good job at center. He won the starting center job. Chris Lindstrom is our soon-to-be Pro Bowl right guard. I hope Aaron Donald goes up against him instead of going over to Wilkinson. But Wilkinson's a good pro. Elijah Wilkinson. He's a good pro at left guard, but Chris Lindstrom's our star at right guard.
Well, Tony, I wish you luck, and you know this. Always fun. We got to go though because we're gonna cut off here. But we'll talk Sunday, and hopefully we'll both be smiling and having a good time.
And yes, sir. You guys will beat Seattle. Get out to Geno Smith. It's not going to be easy because those two rookie tackles. Man, that Abraham Lucas, Ronbo. Good luck.
I saw
Hopefully y'all got some defensive schemes for them.
Because as I told people, man, Denver ain't got no weak defense. That's why I said I don't know what happened there. So we'll see. All right.
Yes,
all right,
sir.
Tony. Have a great night.
See you Sunday.
See you Sunday. Yeah, I tell you, man. You know, if we can assert ourselves in domination right from the beginning of the game, just overwhelm them, I'll feel real good. I need to feel good from the first quarter with the 49ers and the Hawks because, man, God damn it. It's just, hey, it's the night of you love to hate. Come on in. TNYLTOTH. It's a long name.
What up, Ronbo?
Yeah, we're sitting here dissecting and trying to. It's like a group hug when you play the Seahawks because I'm learning, because like I said, Russell Wilson's gone, baby. We own that place now. We can go in and out of there when we get ready to. We can bring them over and don't serve them nothing but cold cuts because we're not trying to host them with no smile and beat them up. And then the MFs got away from a team like the Broncos, which is well stocked in every position. How the hell they do that?
What you scared of?
I ain't scared. I'm just worried because they've been beating our ass for so many years. I said, I don't know what it is. And tell you something else, too. There's been many times we were the better team, and they still walked away.
There's something about that field. There's just something about that field. 2 fumbles on the 1-yard line. Statistically, they dominated in yards.
See, 340
yards
passing.
There's something about that field. But then you got to figure, they came up, they were amped up about that game, and
just because it was Wilson.
Knew Russell Wilson was coming back, and yeah, they really needed that game. That was their Super Bowl, so they played good. They should have lost, but they played good.
They got blessed, like you're saying, and like we're saying, they got some opportunities that should have killed them. They got some breaks, and they got away again. But this is what they've been doing for years. It just ran out in that Super Bowl, and they should have won that one. It was right there. Give the ball to Marshawn Lynch, and Tom Brady has one less ring. Nah, they finally gave the world a break. Hey, throw the ball! Oh!
Well, I heard Richard Sherman was blasting. I heard Richard Sherman was blasting Russell Wilson during the game, calling him out, and KJ Wright was on the interview, and they asked him why. What was the bad blood between Russell Wilson and Richard Sherman? Yeah. And, he said Richard Sherman was mad at a couple of things that, Russell Wilson wasn't being held accountable for. And, KJ Wright said Richard Sherman was mad at the wrong person. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. He's gone. The Mitch is gone. And it's our time. It's our time. They got rookie left and right tackles starting. They got rookie cornerback starting. There's nothing to worry about.
And in that case, we should be able to just run Ramshot through them. All we got to be concerned with that weather. Just don't make things slippery because our guys, their whole thing is about speed and quick. If the water slows things down like it did for Chicago, then we become mortal. And that's why I said,
yeah, exactly.
Don't rain on us now.
Hopefully, that it'll pass us up. And if it does rain, it won't be too much. All we got to do is cut out the penalties and
yes, number one,
limit the turnovers. That's
100 yards penalties. You're going to lose no matter what you do. You're not supposed to give that many. Teams letting them off the hook on that many occasions. Of course they're going to score. And they didn't even score that much even with the 49ers giving up all them penalties, which is really weird. Well, they scored 20 damn points. I guess that means something.
Yeah, the minimum turn when Dante Pettis got that lucky fucking touchdown, busted coverage.
God.
Yeah. But let me give you a score. I think we get them 31-3. 31-3.
I would so be delighted because at the end of the fourth quarter, I'm kicking back, I'm talking trash, I'm singing, ooh la la. I ain't saying ooh la la. I don't know how long. Ooh la la la. I almost forgot how to sing it. I'm going back to last year.
Jordan Mason goes crazy. Jordan Mason goes crazy. Ayuk goes crazy. Kittle gets in the passing game. Trey runs for at least 40 yards. 2-3 passing touchdowns, a rushing touchdown, and we're good to go.
And we should be. What'd you say? 31. What was the score?
31-3.
That means that's complete domination. We kept the ball out of their hands. When we got it, we just stomped on them. That's what I want to see. Because there's been a couple of Hawks fans. I see them come in here for a few minutes. They know better not to stay too long, and they left.
Mm-hmm.
Because they know.
We it's our turn now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll let you get to the other callers. I don't know if I'm the last caller, but I'll let you go.
All right,
I just wanted to chime in real quick.
I appreciate hearing from you, fam. I tell you what, I'll be back Sunday, and we can say things like, now do you love to hate? You called it. 31. And not only love to hate, they didn't score none. You gave them 3. The 49ers didn't give them nothing.
I gave them 3 points. I gave them 3 points.
All right.
All right, you have a good night, Ronbo.
You too. Thanks, fam. See you later. There he is. Now you love to hate. 31-3. That's the worst anybody's given them today. And fam, I know I sound like a coward in this game, but I'm just so browbeaten. You know what I mean? The games that I just knew the Hawks were not going to escape. I told Hawks fans 2 years ago, 3 years, kind of 3 years ago, because they were all over us, right? I said, listen, let me tell you one thing. You guys ain't going to win this game. I don't even know why you're tripping. Listen, we got this, we got this, we got this. And what do you got? You got Russell Wilson, and that's where it ends. And apparently that's all they needed. This is why I've been paranoid ever since. So we beat them this week convincingly. God, I'll be delighted. Mike G, I see a score, 23-20. See, I'm not the only one. RGL 123, Seahawks 48, Niners 0. With that note, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, fam. I'll be in your face, at your place. Sunday, we'll endure this game together. Bring pizza. Oh. No, don't do that. Wait till after the game. Fam, I'll see you Sunday. Thank you for the light. Thank you for the contribution, fam. Always appreciated. And please subscribe so we can find you next time we get ready to talk some 49 football. And hit the like. Oh, let's get this game. Gotta do it.